Welcome to Pembroke Memories podcast. I am Lance, or Jelly, or Prince, as most Pembroke people know me. And my co-host is Philip, or Any, or NFL, as most Pembroke people know him. And both of us are from Kameka Avenue. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore how Pembroke, a small community in the Kingston 20 area, surrounded by Joesland, just across Washington Boulevard, Marvalley, Trucks Garden, or Francis Land as I know it, Arlene Garden, Patrick City, just across the Sandy Gully, became the epicenter of football or soccer for some people in Jamaica in the early 1970s. Pembroke was also home of some of the most legendary musicians and entertainers of that era. I was still going to Pembroke Primary when every single Sunday a triple header was played at the original ball ground at the intersection of Kameka Avenue, Pembroke Drive, now Kennel Drive. One morning match and two evening match was played to a capacity crowd. These teams, Patosi Rovers, Carawina, Asphalt, Covey, El Furto, and Dreads, was joined by Marvalley Uenden to play in the Pembroke Corner League football tournament. And every baller in Jamaica at the time wanted to play in a Pembroke Corner League to showcase them skills as the first officially organized Corner League football tournament in Jamaica. In this conversation, we hope to capture the memories of players, supporters, and any members of the Pembroke community, male or female, who want to come and share their stories. Your feedback and support will be greatly appreciated on whatever social media platform you might be listening, and thanks in advance. Go! Today is Sunday, October 9, 2022, and welcome back to another conversation about Pembroke memories. Me as usual, Prince, or Jelly, or Lance, as most Pembroke people know me. Joining me today is my regular co-host Philip, or NFL, as most Pembroke people know him. Today's guests, and the two guests we have today, will have to give proper introduction, because both of them are very familiar with that legendary football coach from Pembroke, Bobby Fire, the first and the great football coach from Pembroke. Our first guest moved to Pembroke from Franklintown in 1965 and lived at 58 Aqualita Vale Avenue to be exact, with his mother and 5 siblings, and his father, they are foreign at the time. They moved to Pembroke. He attended St. Aloysius Primary with Chris Maxwell, another great Pembroke man, Pembroke great, and my next door neighbor, Norman Anthony Bowen, as we know him, simply as Bow Cow or Bow, around Kameka Avenue, who's a legend in his own right, but that is for another conversation. That's that will not have your Tumpa, because that's a different conversation.
Yes.
This guest also went to St. George's College, where he played coach football with the great John Barnes, former England international. Our next guest moved to Pembroke from Rockfort in 1970s with 5 siblings and 3 cousins. I moved come foreign when he graduated from Calabar in 1978. He was big for his age as a teenager, and Bobby Fire recruited him to play for Asphalt, that great Asphalt team as a youth, with the names such as Sticks, Skelly, Big and Liquor Plats, that are Michael and Trevor, Baba Shark, Trevor Shaw, as we know him, Richie Uncle that Phil.
Yeah, man, me know.
The Adheres, them, Lancelot and Robert, Droughty and Bucket, as we know them by them nickname. Yeah. But without further fanfare, I'm going to make them introduce themselves and tell them all Pembroke stories. So welcome, Rudolph, Tumpa, Kameka, and Dennis, Danny Green, Taylor. Tumpa, you introduce yourself first, my brother.
Yeah.
Yes, family. Greetings and blessings, you know? Yes, as you said, moved to Pembroke from Franklintown. But it was around 1968, 69, so I moved, you know? Attended St. Aloysius Primary. The time, you know, Chris Maxwell was ahead of me, really. Him and my older brother was in class together, Gino. And Norman Bowen and I was in class together, Pigodars. Which I only know Pigodars from Pleasanton
and Camperdown, yeah?
Great, you know, I remember last time I mentioned a couple of players who played from second farm. Well, Pigo played Manning Cup from first farm.
Yeah, that me remember too. Yeah, man. Yes.
You know, so yeah, come to Pembroke, you know, Bucket and Danny Green and a brethren named Dwight Bogle are the ones who got me into playing football in terms of competitive football. Right? So the first competitive football, outside of Colts at George's, really, was with the Asphalt Junior team.
Mm-hmm.
And Bucket was instrumental in that. A couple other George's man was on that side, including Danny from Calabar. Danny can talk about that. And then, Richard Bennett, who
Mm-hmm.
was supposed to join us today, but unfortunately, he's not going to join us. We'll join with him another time.
Mm-hmm.
And a variety of other players.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But my days in Pembroke, I left about the same time with Danny in 1978.
Mm-hmm.
Went to New York, Danny went to Connecticut, so we still connected up there. Richard Bennett, we connected up there, and stuff. So, Asphalt was the team. And then, I don't know if you guys remember, there was another team that came out of Asphalt. Curb Wall.
No,
So
me
Curb
remember.
Wall,
Me remember that.
yeah, man, it was another team, but it never played in Corner League. It played in various competitions, including Bob West and,
Ah, I got you. Under
Toro and
16.
yeah, under 17, yeah, under 17, under 16. Yeah, so curb wall, and we wear the German uniform, black shorts, white top, white shorts, white socks.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, man. We're
Yeah,
getting to that, man. We're getting to that,
yeah,
Tumpa.
so
We're
we're
getting
getting
to
to
that.
that.
Yeah, man. We're
But
getting to
yeah,
that.
so that's
So you
that's
go ahead.
my
You go ahead, Tumpa. Finish up.
yeah, so that's my entry into Pembroke,
Yeah, man. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Danny, go ahead, my brother. Introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. So a slight correction with Tumpa with the school thing coming up. So I come here in the second farm, right? And so I moved to Connecticut. And brethren, I'm gonna tell you something. Every day, every night, I'm in bed going praying. Please send me back Jamaica go to finish school. Please send. When my mother and my grandmother made the decision, say, you know what, Calabar better than any high school in Connecticut. So I would come up in the summertime and then fly down like the week school start.
Yeah.
So, you have whole heap of guys who look at me at Calabar and say, man, how come you never play a Manning Cup? Because I was never around for training. I would start
Ah, I got
training,
you. I got you. Okay, I come a
but but
foreign
then
in the
but then
summer.
come foreign for the summer and then come back down to Connecticut to finish to stamp and deal to finish up at Calabar.
So,
So I did third, fourth, and fifth doing that, going back and forth.
hold on, Danny. So you say you come a foreign in a second farm and then you back and forth.
Yes.
Third, so
Yeah.
you're one of the original deportee.
Well,
Danny, you
the,
played
Good team, man.
Colts though,
the,
right?
the I did play Colts
Right,
in a third farm.
right.
Because Colts practice never start really until school started.
The
Whereas
school,
Yeah,
Ultima,
right,
yeah.
right,
where
right.
where till Manning Cup, Ultima Koi train during the summertime,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and I would always go to like the first several weeks tryouts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then come usually by the end of June or some point of July, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then so after graduation, June 17th, and I'm like out of Pembroke, Calabar for good.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and then so when I come up here, then I start with University of Connecticut uh, the following year.
Yeah, because it's easier if you go University of Connecticut than
Right.
University of the West Indies. Definitely. I could have said that.
You know, I don't think I would have gotten into UA.
Exactly. No, I know why I say that, Danny. I know exactly what I say.
Yeah, Jelly.
It was so tight, the space. It's not about
Yeah,
saying you can't
Absolutely.
qualify. Just
I know that, Jelly. I think it's easier for getting a college here than UA.
yeah, definitely.
Because the standards, the English standards, it's stiffer. It's just like CPA and FC and CCA, Chartered Accounting.
Well,
Mhm.
so one of the biggest problem I think I would have had. Um, I took 6 O levels because I really didn't care about O levels because I know in the
Yeah.
US they didn't care about O levels
Mhm.
as long as the
Right.
grades were good.
Yeah.
And them look at it and you grade the transcript looks good. I SATs.
The SATs, yeah.
Right. Then you're good. Then you're good. Then nobody ever asked me for how many O levels I have. As a matter of fact, my junior year, no, fall of my senior year at UConn, I get a call from the dean's office, I said, you're not going to be able to graduate next spring. I said, why not? They said, well, because you didn't take in a foreign language. You're supposed to have a year of foreign language. I said, no, ma'am, my first 3 years of high school, I took French. And I said,
Yeah.
oh, we have no record of it.
Yeah.
So I have to go back and dig. And the funniest thing, when I sit down, I start just laugh at the dean. And him
Yeah.
say, and said, this is not a laughing matter. I say, you know why you don't have it? I never
Mm.
applied to you. I never applied to UConn.
Yeah.
It's my grandmother who picked up the phone and called them. And it just so happened she
Mm.
got the one black lady in the admissions office.
Mm.
I just said,
Yeah.
send me his information. And them accept me like that. So I have to come back home and get my transcript.
Right.
Just by your
It's
grandmother
like you have to
call, yeah.
reintroduce yourself.
Exactly. So that was a whole lot of fun with that. But yeah,
In the
no. So fifth farm I didn't really take seriously, in terms of O-level studying and all that stuff, because I really didn't care about it. No, if I was going to England, that might have been a different conversation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So in the US, and then me and Tumpa, since we come up here, really, we've been in touch
Yeah,
since
yeah, man.
1978.
That is good. That's to
Oh,
keep in touch. That is good.
see
So,
you
but I guess
connected.
that. But before you introduce yourself, Phil, 'cause I mentioned something. I know, so Tumpa can address that. You mentioned something about accountancy between the British and the US system. Tumpa, I know you're in that field. What's the difference?
Yeah, okay. So I'm a CPA, which is the US version, which is a
Yeah.
chartered public accountant, and the certified public accountant, and the
Certified public
CA, yeah, and
accountant.
the CA, which is the British system. Interestingly, in my last year at college, my senior year, I was given a test for the chartered accountant because one of my professors was a chartered accountant. He came from London, and he gave us a test. So what I found different, they're basically the same because we have to, both of us have to do international accounting. We have to know international
Exactly.
once you start doing auditing and stuff like that, right? But the tests were significantly different. I believe personally, the chartered accountancy test is harder than the CPA test. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, well, that
The CPA test had a lot of multiple choice questions, and maybe because I'm good at taking multiple choice, I did very well. But the chartered accountancy, the one that I looked at back then, didn't have a lot of multiple choice questions, and some brain tackling questions.
right. Exactly. It called more on your true knowledge of the profession,
Correct.
the study. It's like you're definitely just like back home. Cause multiple choice, it's remember the brain work. It's like you might not remember the answer yourself, but when you look at the
You can
choices,
eliminate some stuff.
yeah, when you look at the choices, something going prompt your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like how you guys listen to this podcast and it bring back memories and you start remember some things where you got to. That's the difference with multiple choice. A multiple choice approach is always easier than somebody putting a question to you and you have to definitely think the answer out.
I'm gonna give you a statistics that happened at random test that was done to prove your point. So my accounting, one of my accounting professor said that they gave the multiple choice section of the theory part of the theory part of the exam, because you do theory, practice, law, and I can't remember the other one you do, right? And so the theory, no, we did actually 2 practice, 1 theory, and 1 law. So they gave the theory part, the multiple choice, which is 60% of the exam is multiple choice.
Right.
At that time. And majority of the sociologist students get a passing grade out of that 60%.
Yeah.
And they did not do any accounting.
Right.
Yeah, so they just guess.
Yeah.
But Jelly, that's a fact because like yes, driving test, I never ever studied for that year.
Yes, go take
I
it.
don't-
Yeah.
Because multiple choice and it's common sense. So you just look at the answers and you do a process of elimination.
That's right.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10 you're going to be right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is common sense.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
so I did read the book for the driver's test because I never want to feel it.
Listen, it's simple as this. You notice most Jamaicans who come here and decide to pursue higher education, they're always successful at it, no? Regardless of what level they're coming from back home.
I
Because
can
the
give you a
English
prime
system
example. I can give you a
rely
prime
more on the
example.
ability to think.
Yeah, go ahead, Tumpa. Go ahead.
Any, you know, you must know Musled and Donovan Henry from Abermere.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah, man.
from a KC brother, them, right?
Yeah,
And Musled was basically a C minus student at KC.
yeah,
And Musled come to college. Musled was a top student.
yeah,
And because you kind of, even by the time you go fifth form at school in Jamaica, you kind of have some of your first couple of years of classes. Some of the classes you already can
Right.
get through them easy, you know?
yeah. Right.
So it's when you get into the real hardcore part of it is when,
Exactly. The real technical aspect
The
of it.
last
Yeah.
2 years, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I always have this thing in my mind, said, I don't know how people who go through high school to fifth form, short of no funds to go, and I get that. How come them never go on to college in the US? Because you walk in and you go, well, all right, not really no brain or anything, but you still have to put some work, but I never figured it out. No.
Yeah, but listen, a lot of us come here and you see the difference between here and Jamaica. You
Yeah.
can work and you can see your way through. So once a man come here and him get a job and him start eat a decent food, him get comfortable. Because guess what? You can own a car which you couldn't do in Jamaica back then.
Right.
You can have your own place. You know, first stay your mother car. That's another thing why most of us don't understand responsibility. You're all 50 and you still live at your parents' house. You're not paying rent. You have no financial responsibility. And that's a real...
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, but on the reality of the situation...
You're right, Annie. You're right. You're absolutely right. And
you know how much man me buck up here with them man that waste time like a joke. Cause the man them thinks that them still there, them especially the country man them still there, them back at the back of them parents' house are hustle. And I use them parents light and now pay no money towards
it. Moderator. Bring me back.
You're coming, Tumpa, yeah, man.
Yeah, because this can go a whole lot of...
No, I'm going to bring it back. Hold on.
Many directions.
Hold on, so we have to Tumpa. I'm going to come back one point because Pembroke is supposed to talk about I only have for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we have to Tumpa, let me continue. Go.
No, you go back one.
No, hold on. All right, Phil. You introduce yourself. Because them do that.
Yeah, man. let me first welcome the two guests, Tumpa and Danny Green, to the chat. And looking forward to sharing you guys' memories. And as I said, my name is Philip Enne, a.k.a. Enne Fowler Philip, from Kameka Avenue, just like Jelly in Pembroke. And as you all know, Pembroke is a place where once you're born and grew up there, you grew up there. You're going to hold a special place in your heart. So it's always a pleasure to have this conversation. So once again, welcome, gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so Tumpa, back one point, because we could have spent the whole day.
The
whole week.
So Tumpa, when you come to Pembroke in 1969, you say, first, how old you were, and tell me about your brother and sister, because I remember your brother and sister, them. Name them out for me, because I try to remember your brother and name, and tell me what Pembroke was like when you come in at 69.
All right, so so starting from the eldest that you guys would have known, it was Billy, then Bumpy. Those were the two extra large brothers.
Yeah, man, some big man, them. Yeah,
man.
Right.
You have
Bumpy.
Billy, Bumpy, and then you have Gino, then Lukey, and then me.
You're the youngest one.
You're the youngest one. Then I had an older sister, Elaine, but then she moved to Portmore. Right, and got married. She married a policeman, and so she moved to Portmore and things. So it was just us.
Yeah.
So my couple of experience. Me come from out at East Elliston Road.
Yeah, man.
Just below little KC. So KC
Exactly.
So the man, and that KC in my heart too. So me used to go over KC for all kinds of stuff. you know, me used to walk, go to Casey, you know, because I have cousins who went to Casey's, you know, so we used to do at Casey all the time. Right? So coming from outer east and on moving up to the suburbs, the burbs.
The burbs.
The burb.
Suburbs. So I don't what there's a me on the top about there's a brother who used to live on Aqualita. I think I'm the only house in a Pembroke that have a swimming pool. Named Junior Bartolo.
Bartolo, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And real uptown boy. So me now come from east, we didn't know and we have play with the ball.
Hold on, Tumpa. How old were you when you come out Pembroke? What age?
Probably I was
11,
probably
10.
9, okay.
9 or
Yeah.
10.
You know, start high school yet then, yeah.
Yeah, just about to start high school, yeah. So we didn't know one thing, and you know, one day we're getting a rumpus with Junior Bartolo, man. But him a uptown boy, I think him a bad boy.
Yeah.
So,
Wanna be bad man.
yeah, man. So the next week now, to our badness, you know, because we grew up with Skull Gang and them, you know.
Southside,
Remember
man.
them gang, them, you know, since you come from Raytown, you will know some of them things, you know.
Yeah.
So we did it, and you know, them come up with it one weekend. Two of them come up with it, and I for put Junior Bartolo in place, you know.
Yeah.
I don't
Teach him a lesson.
East to come from, you know.
Yeah.
And then you know, for me, my mom died when I was 15, going 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my house was like the free for all. My old man was in a foreign.
Yeah.
The house now, but also free for all. So me here on the talk about the you know, you grew by a village. Well, I can tell you, Danny Green grandmother, Backhead mother, you know, Richard Bennett father and Richard Bennett older sister. Some of the older asphalt man, them like Droughty and them man there.
Yeah.
Some of them grew me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, help grow me and make sure we stay in place and all them way there.
Yeah.
You know?
Keep on the right path.
Yeah, man, because you know we used to roam street and do all sort of things. So much so that them used to call me and Backhead Duppy brother.
Yeah.
We are coming late and you know some midnight hours we are coming and all them way there, you know.
Yeah, no law and all that. It's up on your own.
Yeah, man. And then we used to play our ball is like we used to play with the ball on like a triangle field, which part Aqualita meet.
Yeah, man. But the people might come on next week. We talk about that, man. The three girls I might tell you about, them live right in front of that road there. But them look younger than you, Tumpa, so you know them. Yeah.
Okay.
So we used to play right there, so sometimes we go over the church where they look a path, where you could have walked through that little pathway from
Methodist church.
The Methodist church.
Right.
We used to go over there so too. And then we used to go up at Queensbury to play ball too. So
Cross the gully.
Across the gully in Queensbury.
Yeah.
Yeah, bottom of Queensbury.
Yeah,
so we used to go there to play ball. Those are the three places we used to play.
So what I Tumpa, what you remember when you just come to Pembroke that night? What impression you get to move from over east and come to Pembroke? What impression you get to Pembroke?
You mean, man? You talk about, man. Some blows like they don't know east. Yeah, share room, bathroom, and everything. When we come up from paradise, what you talk about, man? You have two bathrooms, you have big living room, you know.
Hold on. I said something I never have known now. Where is it? The 3-bedroom house, I have 2 bathrooms?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, by the time my mom finished, she had a bathroom.
Okay, I got it. Because I'm originally just coming one
The foreign
bathroom.
money at work, you know, Jelly.
That's right. That's right.
Right. So
right.
my house we had, so the way the house and built Pembroke, at least by Annandale, and top house was like this too. If you're going to the house on the left side, you have a kitchen, and if you walk out the kitchen door, you usually have a wash sink out there, so. And we did have an outside shower and toilet in a room, so we did have two bathrooms.
Well, one of them is an outside one.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
But we didn't have that, Danny. We had the 3 bedrooms to the back of the house,
Right.
basically, and a bathroom down there, and then. You know, my mom added on, you know, she did run a bar and a restaurant.
All right.
You probably know the little bar down from KC, 4 Elliston Road.
Man.
Kameka's bar and thing, you know. So my mother used to run that, and you know, she owned that and save up our money from that and added on to the house. So by the time we got into the house, all of that was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while you live at Pembroke, she's still around the bar, Danny. That's what I say.
Yeah, my mother was
Yes.
running the bar. So
Yeah.
my life was really what you call now, a man life basically, because
Yeah.
she used to come up every night first, right? She used to come up every night. Then she start only come up on weekends, and then she stopped coming up. So we used to,
Mm.
so enough times we used to just go around there and eat, and then she would send me up with some policeman and all them things there from the
Right.
police station there, and then with it. So after a while, I did stop go around there, cause I never like that, cause I not get no playing time.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
Yeah.
You want to play
come
a
up with
ball?
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, man. So me never bother go around there. So when we want food to eat now, if my brother
Mm.
then not cook our stuff, we go over Richard Bennett's house.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
on
yeah.
Tuesday or Wednesday, when, I don't remember which day, there's a day
Mm.
them help her cook liver, and Richard not eat liver. So
Yeah, get more.
And that's a years.
I hear you. All right, so hold on. Make Danny come in the conversation. So,
Mm.
Danny, you didn't live near Tumpa, or you live behind Tumpa. How that it go?
Mm.
So if I jump my neighbor's back fence, oh geez, so who live across from me, Tumpa?
across the Brathwaite,
Annandale. No, Panacolita.
and Aqualita, it would be
Yeah.
what the lady that the man who drive the dump truck them. You remember him name? He never have no kids that there.
No man.
And then Brathwaite, you talk Terence
The
Brathwaite.
Terrence Brit, right.
Yeah,
The Braithwaite live, me and the Braithwaite share the same backyard. So me
yes.
jump the Braithwaite fence and then walk through them gate. Me just walk across the street and in a Tumpa
Oh, I got
house.
the tip. Somebody on the other side of the street. From yeah, I got you.
Yes,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
The Braithwaites
Mm-hmm,
live
mm-hmm.
across from Tumpa.
So you come up Pembroke now, Danny, and you say you have 5 brothers and three cousins. And when you say that, me can relate to that. Say, when we move from a Pembroke and a 2-bedroom, we have a Pembroke on a Kameka Avenue. 8 hours there.
Yeah. Wow.
So me know them numbers there. It was me and my 3 siblings and a whole heap of cousins always around the same. Auntie and cousin
Well,
and all
see,
that. Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
the thing. So my cousin, them mother and father moved to the US, and them father come from Port Royal. So them say, well, just come live with us.
Mm-hmm.
So when we show up and neighbors say, why a whole heap of kids that, But it worked for us because the girls them share a bedroom with a couple of beds in it, and we'd have shit 4 bedrooms we'd have in the house there. Because my mother in the front and the girls the front were right in front of the veranda. Then you have the girls and then with the boys my younger brother and cousin them share a room, and then me and my older cousin Clinton we share a room.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then they moved come to the US actually after me. I think they moved but that like Clinton who actually started Calabar, he moved come to the US and go and finish high school. But my impression of it, why when we look around and for example, Mega Calabar, my next door neighbor them and cross the street, the kids them might get dropped off, them parents that drive them go school.
Mm-hmm.
Me I walk the
Uptown
Calabar.
life.
Me I walk the Calabar. So, we never have a car. The first car we may ever have when we moved to the US and just about to finish college really buy a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of the neighborhood though, so before Annandale, we used to live on Slipdock Avenue, of Windward Road.
That over Rockford,
Yeah, Rockford. What was fun about that is at the end of Slipdock Road, you have the beach,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
which means to go. But my mother thing with the
I
other kids, them
see both
don't,
beach, Danny.
huh?
I see on a beach that.
On the beach, I see that. No, actually, no. So you have a little beach down there.
A beach
And then the
sometime in
fisherman,
Tumpa warm too.
and
Near
the fisherman
Beaumont.
will come up on the side.
Yeah,
So,
well, near Beaumont there.
Beaumont Beach,
yes,
right.
yes. So Pembroke different scenario. So when we hook up with Tumpa and Richie and group, because then we talk about what 10, 11, 12 years old, we start putting up with the triangle field.
Mm-hmm.
Now when we move from Pembroke, when we start first farm, I'm 5'9" and about 175, 80 pounds. I'm a big kid.
Yeah.
Big and thick. And
Yeah.
Gino,
Powerhouse.
Gina was taller than me, but Gina might weigh 150 pounds, right?
Mm.
And so was the other guys them who just, other than Billy and Bumpy, for our peer group,
Mm.
man Tumpa age group and from first to fifth farm at the same time, and very few people bigger than me. So, everybody said, Danny, you play this and you anchor this, and we have a thunderous left foot, and the only foot we used to have back then. So play ball, Saturday morning, me down a big field from 6 in the morning, and I play till 8:39. It start get hot. Run home, go do my chore, have breakfast, do my chores, and my mother some have to do, and then usually after dinner, after soup on Saturday, my back down on the field, I get a
Regular
play.
soup, yeah.
So you have people get for semi, Bobby Fire, semi and play, and them first we bring in little asphalt. Before Bobby Fire bring it, occasionally we don't go, for the shop, the plaza around the supermarket.
Yeah, asphalt, run asphalt.
Or the asphalt. And play ball with them, and look, back then, man never afraid for clap you.
Yeah.
You get off of the ground and you have a piece of a road, and you brush it off of your skin, and
You gone again,
you know,
You get
just
scraped up and get up again,
you get scrape up,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're gone again, because that's just the way it was. You don't have no time, and you can't go. You want to play with big man, you have to play like big man. You can't ball.
No.
Sometimes you want to cry, but
But
you know,
let me ask you to honest something, but anyone can't take this. I don't want to can't take this. You know, call the
yeah.
name. Who decides if you give the club the name, not the club, the football team the name Asphalt? And you go first, Tumpa.
Well,
Tell me where they go.
We never know, because asphalt existed when we
asphalt
were
existed before we get there.
We just ended up playing for the youth team.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
you. The name was around before on the side
Yeah,
player.
the name was around before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Corner League started before that. That is true. That is
Right. So me
What
used
year
to
you
go
start
down.
playing?
Huh?
What year you guys started playing?
So me start play, that would be 76. So right after cold season ended.
Oh,
You play
we
you
start-
play big man Corner League, I know.
Yes.
yeah, Johnny, that's right. Why I asked that? That's why them wouldn't even know the name come about. Then.
Yeah. Because
I remember saying the
before.
team from the 60s, the team. Yeah.
But Danny, didn't you play before that on the youth team?
Yeah, the
too?
youth team, right. What year start here?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, because I remember playing on the youth team from about 74.
Around that time frame, yeah, 74.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, because I come here, and I play 1 year, so that's 74.
Yeah.
Before,
Yeah.
right. So, and then the other guys start joining the team. And, man, Little Asphalt was so good. Remember, you have a team from Harborview, Beckenbar.
All right, me don't go talk about that to them, but you talk about that, Danny.
And the Monday,
I'll bring you some comments on that.
and we'll go Harborview, them home field. Man, we kill them. We absolutely kill that team. And that team are the best team out of Harborview,
Yeah.
We don't know if Beckenbar was an all-star team.
Well,
but
I can
we'll go
tell you
there.
the team, because let me add something, because
Yeah.
a lot of the Beckenbar players came out of Georges, and a couple of them from KC. So like Donovan Henry and Norman Henry played with the Beckenbar team. Those were from KC. But it's guys like the Robert and Peter Lee, and then you have Mr. Doctor now, and then you have Junior Groves from Ulmaz.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with the name, the Tumpa, yeah.
So that it was they were like the team to beat in Harborview. So what was happening when we used to play them Beckenbar, because of some of the relationship we had with some of the guys, because I don't know if you remember, Henny, you probably remember this, because KC and Georges always played in what we call all-star. So first farm all-star, second farm all-star, third farm all-star, and so on, right?
Yeah, man.
So we always play and them things, even outside of the Roper Cup. So
Right.
so we used to get together with a couple of teams from Harborview, and Beckenbar was one. So we'd play home and away. So we would go there and kill them and them come up Pembroke and we kill them same way.
Yep.
And we never train,
Yeah.
God never train. We made
Our training
runs.
was play on the little field, the triangle
Triangle
field.
field, yeah.
Yeah, some scrimmage.
Some scrimmage,
Yep.
exactly.
But-
I would probably would have run sometimes to Queen Hill, and just come back and all and way there. But other than that, we're not really trained. We just get together.
But let me ask you to understand something though.
Yeah.
Looking back here now, both are you aware of the talent that existed at Pembroke at the time? I don't just take it as none because
Yeah, man.
And
man.
Philip asks a question to you now, I'll come to it later on. And I think about it is,
Absolutely.
why despite the talent Pembroke produced, we never gone on to win or even become a
I'll
power.
tell you,
And the national
it's
title.
simple. I'll tell you how simple it is. And I'm going to put it into a KC Calabar scenario.
Me know, man.
All right. If me ever play it, if me want to run track, where me ever go? You me ever go to Georges?
No.
No, me ever go to KC or Calabar.
Yeah.
Understand? Because you get more recognition there. Them already have the system in place to develop you and make you better. But me a big
Yeah, the
time,
upside is
where me go?
greater.
Where me go if me a big time? But me go Santos or Boys Town
Yeah,
or
Boys Town, right.
or Cavaliers.
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 Yeah.
That's part of the
Mona.
reason. That's part of the reason why you didn't see it that way. And remember, Georges one time they tried when Woolmans they win the champs for them 100-year or 200-year anniversary, whatever it was. A one-time thing them winning up, and then Calabar just run up on a winning streak, and then Casey come back and them with it, right? Georges man them want to collect money for go build a track team. So I'm mad. I'm not giving a dime towards that because it's better you have a football thing and say, well, you're bringing in a one man what can make a difference or a two man. But for the track and field, if you notice, Calabar and KC enter just about every event.
Yeah, they need 40. It's a 100-man thing that Tumpa. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The squad for that big and it's like
But you see that reasoning there. I don't say it now all true, but the same time, the love where Pembroke people have for Pembroke, they would have figured the man them would have said, boy, we want to put the community on the map. If I even one time. And that is like the puzzling factor for me. Like
because you didn't have a leader that would come there and say that.
yeah, I think that's it come now to Tumpa. I agree with you. The vision just never there.
When you know you can go at Santos and you are coached by Jackie Bell and them things, and you know a full system in place that them already have put corporate sponsors and different
right,
things.
the structure is there.
The structure is there. So it's easier for you as a youth.
I
to go there. It's kind of like when me and Bucket bring Errol Blakey to come up play for we, right? For Asphalt.
Yeah.
Blakey play one match for we and Salamila take him and play him
Salome, I believe.
Salamila take the man and carry the team side. You understand?
Yeah.
There's things like that.
Salome now pull contractual obligation at time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
man.
Well, that is the thing. There was none.
I always thought that Pembroke would turn a corner when one time I think this was probably 74 or 75. Still cool. Come up at Pembroke for like a 2 or 3 week stretch. I coached the team, and I remember the man say, about the talent there, all of that stuff. But it was putting it all together.
Yeah.
Because nowadays when you say people are coach, you have your coach and you have your technical director and you have more support round it.
Yeah.
So when
Go
ahead.
Yeah, you have several areas of management.
That's
Yes.
right.
So like Calabar now, I'm pretty sure the same thing with KC and JC.
Mm.
You look on the track team, back in the 70s, you have Earl McKinley as our head coach, right? And
And
other
you have to
people.
make them know you run track too,
Oh yes.
Yeah, we'll
I
get
did
to that,
run
Morgan. Yeah.
All right. So no, you have your strength training coach. You
Yeah.
have your physiotherapist that if somebody get injured, to work with that person. You have you have different coaches in it, and I think that's one of the things that Pembroke, lacked. We never have that kind of technical stuff around us to say, for make the team, if you want to call it, better.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah,
three,
yeah.
there's three
You know,
communities. There's three
But
communities. I believe that if they had said you have to live in the area to play for the teams, and if you're bringing any outside, them limited to one or two,
Yeah.
is Harborview, Pembroke, and
Harbour
Dwayne
View.
And which one
Yep.
the third one, Tumpa?
And Dwayne Park,
Doing the
and
park.
some
Yeah, 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 yeah.
first school ballers.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Them three communities that together produce, I think, the most baller, naturally grown baller in Jamaica. Yes, yes. I agree with that, Tumpa.
yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But go back to the question, Tumpa, because I want to focus on said the Pembroke and Phony history and all of it. So, one of that weird say at the time, at the talent one at the time.
Yeah, man. What you mean, man? Some of my when we used to watch the man, them, man. Hey, we used to we used to love. We don't miss the Sunday football,
No, man.
The triple header.
No, man.
From the 10 o'clock match to the double afternoon match. We don't miss nothing, man. And the major league. Remember, me a man, so boy, Pembroke man, them the fight. Remember one match against Jerusalem. And the Jerusalem man, them coming out them dump truck.
Great West, Tumpa.
Coast West. Yeah, man, the Great West man, them man. The Dango D's and them, man. Right? And Mr. Fight broke out, and a lot of them don't know this, but Chris Maxwell have a temper, But Chris is Christmassy. Well, like him want to fight some brother, the next minute, Mr. the whole of Pembroke I run out of Pembroke to blood. For the greatest man, them just trust me, man. Yo.
Kakama the show.
Yeah, man. So it was, there were some great ballers locally in a Pembroke, even some of the youth baller them. You take a youth like Briscoe,
Carlton,
right?
yes.
Yeah, even Perko and Spider. The man there are some good youth ballers, And then you have a few other ones. Near one I want to talk about. I think it was Chris talk about a thing where he said there's three kinds of people in a Pembroke, the up front, the middle, and the one them in the background. But some youth in the background, even on the asphalt team, or some wicked ballers, them, Them ball was just fun for them, and it wasn't their full life.
Yeah.
Right, it's just fun and that's it. It ends there.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, them now take it to a next
And you know what that come back to? That come back to was just a structure, cause you see, even seeing Bobby Fire was a man, were in the system, and the man they have a certain understanding of the game and the whole process of it. I still say I'm surprised that them man they never realize we're in front of them and what them should have do with it. Because the very thing where you talk about, just even upon the triangle, them both triangle, enough youth play upon that to have talent. But them just needed somebody for open them eyes to it and make them know say this thing can, be a bigger thing for you. But no, them just play ball for fun.
Yeah,
and so the community suffer as a result of that because we never realize the true potential.
And before you comment, Danny, because Philip mentioned both triangle, and I don't know if you are aware, say, we have our triangle over Patosi and Calbeck Avenue. You know that triangle that Tumpa, Danny?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Them after jelly, that's the original triangle.
We used to walk, go around that side there and go through Francis or whatever.
Yeah, through Francis, man. Right, that's so me and Philip, man. Right up or Calbeck Avenue, that's yeah. Yeah. So go ahead, Danny. You comment on the talent that exists at Pembroke at the time when you are youth and a player.
Well, so you have guys who, we used to value and love watching them play. Balance was one. Butterdan was one. Never play as hard as everybody.
Never
run about Bola, brother.
Run about Bola, brother, right. The man that play ball. No, it wasn't until, so me 15, 16, I'm going to play with Big Asphalt. And a game against the Dreads, them, and man, I get
Maya did leave asphalt them time there.
Yeah, man, they did asphalt, right.
Yeah. And man, I kicked me in the elbow and all that stuff. And him look, him put, but then that just a juvenile come here. Him say, I tell you something. Nobody now will really no respect you. But you know, if you don't start playing tough, if a man elbow him back. If a man kick you, kick him back.
Yeah, man, put it down upon him.
A bigger man tell you that, Danny.
Danny Maya tell me that.
Danny Maya tell you that.
You know, yeah, him tell me that. It's upon a Saturday when I mean, so respect the man's knowledge of the game because you know they have practice, but they are play ball skins versus shirts, right?
Yeah. That identification, yeah, man.
Or Natty Dread versus Ballhead.
Yeah.
I mean, I play with Dynamite one afternoon, and you know the man just tell me say, you know, when I say swing, just swing. I have the ball, you know.
Yeah.
And the man says swing, and while my left foot get there, the ball get there the same time. I understand. I say shit, you know. We need to listen to the man some more. You know, but the talent of Pembroke was unlike nowhere else had the talent for you know you're gonna add a community and you find you know Dango D and you know a few others, but Pembroke had some really great ballers them time there.
Yeah, man, from all over Pembroke, man. I think there are 3 sections you talk about in a Patose, Carwin and upper asphalt.
And asphalt.
Exactly.
Right.
No, I can't leave out but part of where them come from, because that's another set of ballers from on the side too. But Clydesdale way, yeah.
You know, so someone listen to the first two where Bach had sent me. I was kind of chuckling to myself, so you know, nobody upon it about Chaplin.
Yeah.
Remember that the big dude? Chaplin was big and taller than me.
Yeah, man.
Nobody in the top about Chaplin yet.
Yes.
You know? And you watch a guy that used to streak and for a big guy, the man used to
move.
Yeah, man. No, you're good Chaplin was, you know. Real Chaplin, you know. Remember first time the field at Pembroke, and we call it the Mecca of Pembroke, where the bus terminals, the first field.
Yep, the first field.
That's the Mecca to me at Pembroke. And then remember them that have a wood post? The goal post was wood.
Yeah,
the original goal post, yeah. And they put up an iron post, and Chaplin dent up that, you know.
Yep.
I don't know if you know that, you know.
I was at the game when you know put the post. And you look like in the man take a rotted shot, and you look on her and say, "Shit, then just dent the post."
Yeah, man, yeah. But Danny and Tumpa, were you aware that Pembroke won minor league in 1968?
No, I didn't until I listened to one of the podcasts.
Yep.
Right.
I did not know that.
I know why, Jelly.
Why?
Because the time when them come up Pembroke, because he talk about even with roots from the very beginning. The history of Pembroke was never taught to the people who came to Pembroke in the later years.
That's right.
And that's like I said, Tumpa and Danny them come later years, but them coming at the same. I never know it's still not. Me about it. Yeah, go ahead, Tumpa. Sorry.
No, I said that them wouldn't know. Cause it's like them coming at the 70s.
Yeah, 69 and 70.
Nobody not telling us anything about the history.
Yeah, right.
And you not ask neither, so you know.
You're just a lever.
No.
And there's no.
You're just a lever.
Right, and there's nowhere it's posted anywhere to make we know. We never have a hall to post.
Right, or a club,
Exactly.
Yeah, who said okay, you can't see.
That's why this important. I never know say you would never know that Tumpa or Danny is a Pembroke won the minor league.
I never know that.
No,
Chaplin was a part of that minor league team. I think Danny Meyer was a part of that minor league team. Altimont, Doc McKenzie. And I don't know Doc. There's a picture, and I went send it to her. I'm on the post it. With Doc, pick up the trophy.
Yeah.
That come back and play for asphalt, you know. If I remember that, because I did go come back, right? When member was part of that team, and I don't know him, the asphalt man to come on. Macam, yeah, man, right. Lightwalker. I think I'm right. Yes.
Yeah, I think the Macam used to go KC.
I think Macam go KC and get expelled and go Veer, and that's a certain.
Veer, and then him go Veer.
Yeah. But me I said them man they was original. I think Roots and Mr. Macam have a picture. the original minor league team. When I won a 68 or I think a 68. So yeah. No, at least I'm glad for no say that information there come out no because enough man never know that. So Pembroke won the minor league.
I never
I
know.
want to tell you, I got
that.
man were there before them who don't even know that neither.
Right.
The thing as we saying, the Pembroke lifestyle just nice. So a man just enjoy life, a man just live.
Aye.
No man not really do it to the past. Like I said, cause more fun there for come, man just live.
Yeah, man. Hey, me can tell you when me I play for Little Asphalt. First time, because me and Bucket used to par enough. When Wooly man used to par.
And hold on the Tumpa. How far you live from Bucket at the time? What gate?
I live at 58 and Bucket live at 49 Aqualita.
Oh, so just cross the road.
I live on the opposite side, a little bit down.
Down the road a little bit.
Bucket lives 2 doors up from Sample, Richie Sample.
Richie Sample, another asphalt
No,
legend.
yeah.
That, yes. Hold on, Tumpa. Richie Sample, all our brother play for that team. What's his name again?
Yes.
Richie Sample, them call him name on this, but I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
Nan something. Oh gosh, what's the name again, man? He wasn't. Him did that the house because that's the house we used to play table tennis.
Yeah.
We used to play table tennis.
Yeah, but continue, Tumpa. Sorry, I break it out. Continue. You talk about we and Bucket. You and Bucket that talk about, yeah.
Yeah, man. So me and Bucket used to roam and play with a ball all about the place, you know. So that house, Bucket house, you know, as I said, 2 doors up from Sample was one of the houses where we normally go, you know. So that when him father and him mother gone to work, that's where we go and we hang out, we play music and we do a thing and play ball. So, you know, for us it was just fun and girls was the thing, right? So I remember
More Pembroke, man.
Yeah, man. I remember one time we played car winner, right?
Yeah.
And in my yard, still I sit down and we down there, the team down there playing now. And so me reach down there, a Chris Maxwell who play for the big car winner side now, a referee, you know. And Birdie, I coach the youth car winner thing, and then I go under too long. And so I reach on that one Birdie and tease me and say, boy, I don't go 6 when I get to me, now 6 when I get, you know. By the time, I don't know if me and I think Richie Bennett come on late. I 3-2 them getting on them blood now. Mr. Birdie want to cry. And then when I tell me carried Dwight Bogle, remember Washy Bogle?
Yeah, man, from Washington Garden, yeah, from Calabar, Washington Garden, yeah, man, yeah.
All right, so Washy older brother used to come judges. This is a story now, you hear this. And I remind Richie about this. So, me and Dwight in a class of judges, and we play house match against, me and him play for a red team in a house called Regis, and Richard Bennett played for an orange team called Bellamy, or Bellamine, right? And Richie put a lick on blood, not Dwight, you know. And Dwight get up and want to fight Richie. So I go come and push Dwight. I say, Dwight, what you do? And him vex with me, you know. He say, but Tumpa, you're up on my team and you defend the opponent. I say, Richie, me and Richie for Pembroke, you know. You see after that, the man left the asphalt team and go play for Carwina, man, and became vexed and said, nah, play with Richie. I saw him go Carwina.
Him take it to another level.
He said, I'm not playing for an asphalt team no more, because, you know, that time they Calabar, it was Georges, Tivoli, and Camperdown. They did do very well in our calls. That's why if you notice the man inside them. We did expect Georges to start with earlier than 84, right? Remember Georges in the 80s start win triple and all.
Yeah, with Zeddy them and Strand.
With Zeddy them and man there. So them man they just below we. So we did think that we would have start with some man in cup, but Father Ferris never liked a bunch of man and man left. And go other schools, you know, man. Because I hope people don't realize Devon Lewis used to play for George, used to go at Georges. And left and go at Trenchtown, you see. Because you have a lot of things like that go through Georges, you know. And then wait.
Me not cut you. On know says Zeddy dead. What do you?
Yes.
Which one of them?
Christopher Zeddy.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, like a couple months ago.
Florida.
I never know that. Don't sick or something?
Yeah, man. Some form of cancer.
I never know that.
Yeah, man. You know the gleaner.
I'm gonna tell you something now that you did. I'll show you something. Me go to Chris one time because I was the president of George's Old Boys Association here in Florida, right? For several years, couple of years, you know. And we go to Chris one time and I say, Chris, I want to do Roper Cup instead of ZD Cup, you know. Him say Tumpa. Then no Roper Cup for the man that have more tradition, you know. Yes, me understand I do something for my father and thing, but you have to do the Roper Cup. Me write up everything, send it to the KC man, them the KC man, them love it. And we just, for some reason, we just falter. You know what end up happening? Brendan from New York call me and I tell me more I put it on. I just send them everything and them start it at New York. This is the Roper, them have Roper Cup New York.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like a franchise they build a set.
Yeah,
There is
exactly.
I'll tell you something. There's no other school, to me, I'm going to get flack from George's man about this all the time, as organized as KC. KC don't have a president in them old boys. Them don't advertise it that way. One man just, them just make him run it. Them not have no president. The way them operate, man, if you go for them not have to tell you when for them party, you know.
You just know.
Every first weekend in October is the KC Purple Party. When you go there, everybody there.
Yeah.
You understand? So I wanted to model things from what KC did.
Yeah.
And I was president of George because to me, when something not work, you don't need to change it, you know.
Right.
You can copy it and do well, right? So that's but that's just my 2 cents. But you know, I'm gonna get in that trouble for that.
Yeah.
No, you just have to speak the truth.
You're right. No, we're not distracting ourselves with that 3 year Tumpa. Are you not bother that enough, Phil? Because we don't know you already. So that's man mentioned Casey. Hold on. Let me ask something here. Back 1 point here, sir. Because the 2 man mentioned a man name and we can't make that slide by, you know. And you take the wire for us, Danny Green. You talk about the great Bobby Fire, you know. Which part of Pembroke Bobby Fire used to live? And when was the first time you meet Bobby Fire?
When the first time I meet him. But pretty sure down a big field.
That's at the Mecca, the big field for you right at the bus terminus.
Big field on the Mecca. So you go down there. I put a thing to my a good friend that me and Tumpa live we used to call him Goalkeeper Paul. Live up the street for Annandale. I mean, I thought, Mr. Paul, you know, who are the best player on Sunday when we have Corner League? And him say, he must spit out Neville, Bertie and Butter. He must spit out all of them. I said, no, Paul, you think too hard with this. The best player down on the field, and the man up on the sideline, I go, boy, I wouldn't miss the goal there, you know. Would have solid him, you know. There's no, a man can't score a goal like that for me, you know. I said, them boy, you know, go play. Go play. So you see, I want to mouth on the sideline.
Yeah, man.
Attack. You know, and then, you know, me and Bucket play for Big Asphalt before, you know, Tumpa, Goalkeeper Paul, you know, them time that we have all the big guys there. And as I said, we're going, you know, I think I'm a second game. You remember when Ian Brown, when Blackers from Tivoli or Trenchtown, elbowed him jaw, broke him jaw, and have to warp him jaw shut.
Yes.
Remember that game there?
Yeah.
Yes.
I want sub asphalt I've left, you know. Me. Put me in a goal. The first shot come goal, Blackers score rotten right foot past me, you know.
Yeah.
And Blacker, I live in Sanya Attack. At a Blacker Attack, we used to play with Gary Chuck and Balford Anderson. I know him attack.
Balfried play for Asphalt.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Danny. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So, you know, remember another shot, the next shot come, we tip it over the crossbar and in the corner, I'm a save it, and boy, I start feel good now. You know, I think
confidence I grew.
And then we get a ball or somebody rifle, I'm a suck it in. I'm a Baba Shark a street down the left wing. I'm a throw it to him and I'm running and score, win the game there. So the things that build confidence to me, say, boy, you know, you really can't do this now. You're a little boy up on the field, but you can't do this. You know, but you have a wolf man who will play ball with, especially junior guys, will play ball with. but them wouldn't step up and go up and, for whatever, or maybe them
Right,
perceiving
because
or
them not
want
have
them. I don't
somebody to
know.
inspire them.
That's
Exactly.
right. That's
I
right.
mean,
That's right. But
me, nothing, yeah.
Danny, let me just interject something there. A lot of people did not see your talent. I tell people when I talk about the other day, I tell my virgin themselves, look here, man. I wasn't a big baller, you know. I wasn't no big baller. I did fairly well on the teams I play, but I wasn't a big baller. But I knew my teams were good because I know I was capable. So when me know say me have man like Danny Green, Buckhead, and them man upon the side, Kenny them the name again, Ron Pan and Gaga and them man upon the side. Me know we're gonna do well, right?
Yep.
Because I was one of the least on the
Skilled.
side. It's kind of like right. It's kind of like when I remember when Japan win the Women's World Cup. I mean, I watched and one of the U.S. commentators said, "Boy, the left back, she thinks she too good and she this and she that." I said, "Blows light." Only few things that she had the worst side, worst on the Japan team. They're gonna win the World Cup, and they did win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt, and that was the same way with me on my coach team. And even when I go to college, I wasn't one of the one where you would have come and look and say, boy, the brother that can play ball,
You're not getting a contract. You're not getting a
I
contract,
don't, I
Tumpa.
don't play with player, but when the game done, you're gonna see who have the most assists. It's usually
Yeah. You're integral part of the team, but you're not.
right. But most people wouldn't recognize that, and that's how we end up playing with Salah Miller and end up playing a Jonestown and all them way there with Buckhead and Carp and Blakey and them man there. You understand? But so when Danny to me was a big time all rounder. Any place on the field you put Danny could play well. Not just average at it. Even in the goal.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that was the thing,
So
with our team.
So you start out in the goal, Danny. So when you start play out, and tell me about how you finally meet Bobby Fire, because Bobby Fire to me was a legend in Pembroke, and opening up as coach, a big time coach in my mind. But go ahead.
Well, so Bobby Fire just see me down at the field I play, and him know some other caliber, and him hear some I play course football. The first thing him look and people, somebody like me, him say, well, but you're too old to play course.
You want to take a paper? Yeah.
No, and when you share with them, say, well, but, I'm only 15, So me always look when people ask me about Pembroke Corner League, I'm say, well, but consider that the over 21 team, the big team over 21, and I'm saying, and you have 15 and 16 and I play upon that. I'm say, well, yeah, but it's big enough for do that size wise,
Physically.
Physically, I'm bigger than them. It's like me go. It's like me go college and my do 55 meter hurdle. Them have intramural track and field between inter-dorm competition.
Yeah.
And me I see the brother them. Me the only black dude in the race, and all the white guys. I say them I laugh. I'm gonna find out after them look at myself. This big ass football player, American football player, walk on the hurdles. So when me come off of the last hurdle, I come off the second to last hurdle. So I win. And a brother walked up to me and he said, damn, you're a big dude to go over a hurdle. You must have done this before. I said, high school Jamaican. Go, oh, so you do know how to do this. Well, they think me that joke.
Yeah.
So when you look at my size, for me not tower height wise, but
laterally.
Me left fifth farm. I'm a 6 feet tall and weigh 205 pounds.
Well, tell them you had a nickname, Danny.
Oh, well, which one?
Fisherman Green.
Fisherman Green.
Fisherman Green.
So when we used to live at Rockfort, we used to love go fishing. And my cousin, the three cousins were moved from Pembroke with us. Then we used to live at Port Royal. So anytime, any game, you see kids them nowadays, you say the kids in the US wear flip-flop and socks.
Yeah.
Well, me always wear my sandals everywhere I go. And back and look for me one day. So I look and down every time I see me wearing fisherman shoes.
Yeah.
And then just stick with with the
Fisherman.
fisherman green.
Yeah.
You know, no matter where I go, you know, unless
Flip
I go
flop.
party, them I get dressed up.
Yeah,
You know,
Hey,
but
Danny, how many transition from the youth team to the big team other than you and Bucket? I don't remember any that were
or just
consistent.
for asphalt or just me and Bucket.
Right, I don't
Um,
remember anyone that was consistently there. You know, a couple of us might have played 1 or 2 games, but I don't remember. You know, I know
yeah, so
Kenny played, right? Kenny played.
Kenny played like the third year I played for the team
Yeah, Richie Kenny,
because
Richie
yeah,
Kenny.
Richard Kenny. Um, and at the time, Richard him played for Wolbers and lived
Yeah,
topside of Annandale, just below the triangle field up there.
Mm-hmm.
But him him father was really strict
yes.
and him not really play ball in a Pembroke so much. You know, him will come out and play for the triangle field.
Triangle
But
something.
he never play for none of the big team them. So, you know, my try for digging up my memory said, did Peter Grant ever play Corner League?
Yeah, man. Peter they play
So,
with Patosi, I thought a couple of times.
you know, so a person like Peter, you know, when in his days in high school, the man they shouldn't have played major league for Pembroke, you know, but he never play. You know, Pregs now
Remember,
when
he had left and gone down in a Jonestown too, you know, like me and back at him. They used to play down at Jonestown. I don't know if he ended up playing on any of the junglist side, them, you know?
yeah.
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 So Pembroke had more talent than we say. Cause them
Yeah,
never.
Yeah, man. All right. There was a brother who used to play with we, right? He had he had some cousins live right up at the top of Annandale. Annandale close, I think it is
Yeah,
near.
towards the gully.
Yep.
Towards the goal. There
About to
were two
go.
brothers there. Two brothers there. I think them Mikey Nunes.
Yeah,
Or
remember Mikey Nunes, man. I don't remember. I know the face, make look at the face, but I can't remember him name just
Mikey had a cousin named Gaga,
Yeah, man.
right?
Yes.
Gaga. And Gaga the name Gordon Phillips, I think.
Him they go KT.
Got KT.
yep.
And Gaga became, Gaga was a brother who had mad skills. So him did up on
The talent was just unbelievable.
yeah, man, he was on the asphalt side. And then when Dreads come now, him go and play for the Dreads, big team. He say, him go play with the Ethiopian 11 or whatever them they call themselves, you know? Yeah, so, but Gaga was a wicked baller. And the captain, so for us in our era now, you have Gaga, Captain KT, you have Lancer Deer, Captain Camperdown.
Camperdown.
You have Skelly Campbell, Captain Calabar.
Calabar.
And Skelly
Right.
used to live across from Buckhead, basically. So Skelly them used to just below.
Skelly was related to Dirks.
Yes,
That's Dirk's younger brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and Skelly used to play center for asphalt.
And for the record, Tumpa, we could call Dirks right name here. Winston Dirks Campbell, because I'm on that here and say, and what's Skelly name? Skelly right name. Michael name?
Howard Campbell.
Howard Campbell, right. We call him
I know. Remember, say Pregs used to go Calabar, you know, up until fourth farm.
Yeah.
And you got Stents. You got Veer, I mean, Veer.
No, man. Yeah.
Veer. Him and Chris Max did have Veer at the same time, I think. Yeah.
Right. And then when them leave school and them come out the US and Perks come back to Jamaica and you go, shit, the training and stuff, you know, Pregs buffed up, you know, fill out.
Yeah, muscular.
Even look scarier when my charge come to you because you know this big dude, you know, so what play ball down the field and you know, Pregs are coming and sometimes you see man run off of the ball. You know, just run off the field because I know the Pregs are come.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man, I don't remember Pregs for that, Danny. And I know that Pregs try to take some ratty to a punch, you know. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah.
So I never ran about that Tumpa, the 2-punch Pregs specializing in that.
Come on. That wasn't thing.
Man, can you just score enough goal like that?
All right, there's a so you know, so Birdie is married to Preg's sister.
Sister, right.
No, I didn't know that.
Birdie is Glendon Curry, right? And Birdie used to play for Car Wiener. And then you have Birdie brother, they have a sound system named Black Terror.
Black Terror. Black Terror.
or something like that. Yeah. And then my brother them they have a sound system called Super Soul.
Yeah.
Right. And then it became Renaissance, and Ian Brown took over with Renaissance. I don't know if that have anything to do with Delano and Renaissance now that's there.
Correct, that Renaissance. You know, I've wondered about that, but you know.
By the way, I can mention something right as I talk about Carwina, man. Earlier today, before the start, before Alan Nats called me and said, "Oh no, Arilo."
Harry who?
Arilo, yeah. From Carwina. Yeah, because I try line him up and Alan Nats said, "Boy, in pass on." Yeah, I mean if I the one that the doctor.
Yeah, man.
Two brother of them. Arlo and what other one name? Arlo's the one of them. But Alan has called me and tell me, say, the man when me the one get on, Arlo pass on earlier this week from a heart attack, I think him said to me. Yeah, Alan has called me a little before that Patrick King got on from Patosi. When he come on. I don't know if you hear that conversation yet, but they called me.
I did listen to that.
Yeah.
Well, I just like Danny text me and said, boy, I'm here, so Richie Sample had a stroke.
Yeah, you know, me hear about that too. I heard about that too, you know. Tumpa, I heard about that too.
But I don't know if it's a recent one because I know he had a stroke a long time ago. Because when I was with him at Champs, right? You know, when we go at Champs, you know, is man like him, Craig's, Birdie, Raleigh Bristol. Them man, they were hang out with a Champs.
Yeah.
Christmas. You have the Pembroke section at Champs.
Right, and then after Champs now, them play a football match up at Calabar. Right, on Sunday. So we go up there and we know you want to talk about Gilly Chang.
Yeah.
Anybody talk about Gilly Chang?
Yeah, man. Roots talk about him early now one of the podcasts. And Gilly Chang. Because Gilly Chang was on a Calabar team there with Skelly.
Right, after
Skelly, you hear them win, 7-7 with Nangle, yes, yeah.
Nangle and Aki.
And Aki Peter Atkins, yes, the year Calabar win, yes, yeah.
And Del in a goal. So that's the year after Brody left.
Yeah, they'll get a Taylor keep, yes, yeah.
Correct, my keeping of the goal.
Yeah. Right, that's right. So at them Monday, and as I said, we'll go up the Saturday, and I think Gilly Chang's wife is somebody from Pembroke.
Yeah, man, Gilly Chang, man. You know Tony Gar, Wilsey.
Okay,
Wilsey's sister, man. Wilsey's sister, yes.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Danny, there was a girl who used to live in a Pembroke. We used to call her Tweety. And I think Backyard brother, Lance Joti, used to date her one time before Donna Fonseca. Or somebody there date. Maybe Backyard himself. I don't know. Tweety. She used to go, I don't know why I'm thinking she used to go Meadowbrook too.
What's your name, Tumpa?
Can't remember the name.
What the nickname you call?
Tweety. We used to call her like Tweety Bird.
You know the thing with man and woman. Woman remember nickname, but I remember the woman. Woman had a nickname.
Well, me and Tumpa that talk about is I need one goalkeeper pal, and we say we know nickname. So Spider. Yeah, I play with Spider for all the time and then a Pembroke I'm gonna know Spider.
Spartacus. Anybody know Spartacus' real name?
No.
I don't know Spartacus' real name.
That one do I forgot dig deep to the archives.
Our brother will play, even play for Nicholas Park, we call him Brockers.
Yes. And Brockers you don't know Brockers, right? And Brockers have a younger brother to little Brockers, yes.
Yeah, to this day, I don't know.
But Brockers, we call him, one day we play, when you and then come in at the corner league, the youth corner league, right? With Gerben, as I say, and Paul Norton and Rowan Russell and all of them Monday. Come. We play them that's the one match we need for either draw or win. And Asphalt win the league, youth Asphalt. And Brokers, a ball come over to Brokers in the top side of the field where the field smaller. The goal, at the goal, where the field, our field not really leveling, same size,
Right.
Up to the bus stop, the field, the goal up there, the field up there's narrower,
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a Brokers lay down on a ball, and it goes a boom, and when them lick it, the ball go over the crossbar, It's a Brokers, so you never just chest the ball in at the goal. Why you have to do that here, Tumpa is a art a lot more me the one.
Hold on. When I talk about nickname, I never remember for asking, Tumpa, where you get your nickname from? And then Danny Green. Tell me where you get the nickname Danny Green.
All right, so the same guy with Danny talk about, Terence Brathwaite.
Yeah.
He used to live in front of me. Terence was a table tennis player and chess player. And him have a younger sister, you know. Nice girl too. So him used to, my calf them did huge. So my always call me, him said, Tumpa, your calf them ticky, man. And so it just stick.
Yeah.
Backhead lick him head one day and him said, boy, I'm lick my backhead. So it's him wants him lick him head back.
Head back, right.
But what's some way the nickname? Yeah. I know who talk. When they talk about him last week, Messi with our brother, Ray Wilmot.
Ray, yeah,
Yep.
man.
I got ready to go Calabar to probably the same time go with him with Danny Danny
Yeah, man.
Green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
You
Yeah,
know
man.
Ray
You know
good.
Arena, man.
I read talk about Buckhead. Yeah, Ray with the pan program last week. Me and Phil interview Ray. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because, you know, we'll get to the Salamilla side, Leeds, because Messi didn't play on that side at all. But have a Rotted side, man. Every team will beat up some enough score, man.
Yeah, man. But so Danny, tell me how you get your nickname, Danny Green.
Well, it's kind of funny. Well, I really don't have a nickname. You know, it's my given name at the time we were Calabar was Dennis Green up until Calabar. You know, and I reconnect with some of my some of my younger siblings. A brother from Mullines Road, he said, Danny. And when we go Calabar, everybody know me as Big Green. Because we have Philip Green and Peter Green in a second farm. And so me a Big Green. And my brother in a second farm say, Danny, man, you come on the street cars, man, you meet this guy look at me and say, I'm pretty sure I'm brother got Calabar, the older brother. So I go down and I walk down the street and I say, hey, man. And I say, and him smile. And I say, boy, I'm not for meet him now, my brother that. You know, so my green spell on my birth certificate spelled Green. I'm a do over my mouse one day and I see him book and it says Green.
Yeah.
I say, oh, somebody screw up your name. I say, no, that's my given name. Well, that's my father's side of family as Green. But for my birth certificate, it's Green. So we go to my mother and talk to her, and she said, she don't know. Them come from St. Mary, so what they must did, she did them screw it up at, was it St.
Yeah, but that was common practice at Jamaica.
Oh, absolutely. So the question was, you know, is that birth registrar? I think that was in a Spanish town at the time. Or did my mother say, well, my father named Green, so the assumption was Green. You know, and then for coming out, you know, so my grandmother said, let's fix all of that. And my mother last name was Taylor, so you know, you know, Taylor it is. But everybody, you know, so my side of my father's side of family, everybody know me as Donovan. But anybody who grew up at Pembroke or school to me know me as Danny. Because that's what everybody call me. Danny, everybody call me. No, if in others country, you know, them call me Dennis, then me know said none of them don't know. Them are new people. You know, because that's what they put my driver's license. But everybody, you know, so my older sister, she named Paulette. But our nickname is Don. I have nothing to do with our name, but I just some Jamaica is, you know, Don.
Yeah.
You know, and I just so anybody who know me, you know, it's like me and Tumpa sponsor some of the high school baller them from Georgia's come up, and me, Tumpa, and I'm dropping his name. We take them go dinner one evening, and the principal. You know, I keep saying Tony. And she said, why you keep calling him Tony? Said, because we know him as Rudy. You know?
Well, I'm going to tell you how that happened now. When me I come take common entrance now, me never ever know my name Rudolph, you know, gentlemen. It's when me I go take common entrance and them ask me for bring in my birth certificate to take common entrance. And me give them the birth certificate. Rudolph depend that. So them say, oh, come your name Anthony. Anthony was on my baptismal paper, and that's what I used to go to primary school. It says Anthony Kameka. My birth certificate don't have any Anthony on it.
Yeah.
So a Rudolph Reginald, because my father is German descent.
Yeah.
That's how the country name. So me have two German first name, Rudolph and Reginald.
Yeah.
You see, so
Yeah, Hitler boy.
no.
You know, I could even share a story of beyond that for what I do. So I'm a research chemist, right? And I work. What point I work for? So I live in Myersville, Maryland, which is right next to Frederick. And there's an installation over there called USAMRID, which is the Army's Infectious Disease Research Unit. And to get that job now, I have to have a secret clearance.
Yeah.
And so you fill out the form and you submit it. I'm gonna get a call from an FBI agent saying, "Oh, we need to talk to you because you have to explain all this shit to us." You know, your
A lot of
father, your mother,
discrepancy.
your father is green, but your last name is T. And I forgot through all of that stuff, and you know, it was just funny,
Yeah.
you know. So at the end of the process, the guy said, "So, you know, secret, yeah, get clearance. And I don't say anything that stop you from clearance." He said, "But let me ask you, so you hold allegiance to America or Jamaica?" And I said, "Well, depends on which part of Jamaica you ask me about allegiance to." I said, "Right now, when it comes to track and field and Jamaica football World Cup, America can't get that from me.
Yeah.
America can't get that from me." And him smile, him say, given the stuff where the Jamaican track and field team have done the last years, he said, "I understand that." He said, "You know, you have to give me that." So, you know, it was just,
Yeah, go ahead, Danny.
go
Finish
ahead.
up. Yeah.
No, so it's just funny and ironic, you know. Some people know you by certain name, you know, but for the people in Pembroke, everyone would play with, you know, was always Danny Green.
No,
Even
me
though,
relate this one quickly because I know exactly what I'm talking about. When I start this, you know, I don't know, so I start to talk about Pembroke first. And one day Mulla called me. I don't know Mulla. I don't know Mulla
yes,
by this name, Mulla. And Mulla reached out to me and it said Michael Garden. I mean, I've even sent it to Philip, say, who named Michael Garden? Because I guess I don't know. Mulla, at the same problem, Mulla wife used to come to Pembroke. And she heard the podcast and she said, "Come listen to Glaister." And Mulla said, "Who that? Him don't know no Glaister at all." I wouldn't remember voice, I said, "I Lance that." So I know exactly what
all right.
that's I see my introduction in a Tumpa. I just call the name and different name where everybody might know me as. Yeah.
I think, like I said, I think that have to do with the fact that we never really take formality serious in Jamaica.
No, man.
Especially, and it's a proven fact because you see right now, you see what Daniel talk about is the same thing with even like birth paper and them. You know, there's a lot of people who have errors on the birth certificate, a lot.
That's right.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
even my mother, her birth paper have on a different time of birth and date of birth than what she officially is.
That's right.
Because, like I said, it was no checks and balance as far as I can say. Because a lot of error was made where those things are concerned and a formal thing that.
So what you
That's
say?
right.
What not say
But
to
we
me?
just don't believe in formalities.
What I
Like
said to
you
me
meet
now?
a man. It's like you the amongst a set of man right now. Say you're amongst me and some other man, and a man there, and a man introduce the man by via him nickname. You just take that and run with
And
it. You
left
not
with it.
even
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
but
yeah.
when real name?
You know,
That's
busy
right.
that at
That's true,
all.
man.
So when I said to me,
Exactly.
when I said to me, I know say Obama never have to show a birth certificate if he might run for Jamaica.
Oh, man. Nothing special to that around
Well, if Obama was Jamaican and them get on him case, you know, well, exactly. Man, just suck out your man and that your man get. You know, or what the blood fire asked me for.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when I let talk about, when I
Look, my uncle, in there at the airport, that JFK, and him there since what 1962.
yeah.
And the brother looked at him and said, you know, "Mr. Green, you've been in this country for a long time. You ever consider becoming a citizen?" I said, "No, I want to come." He said, "Yeah, man, but if you become a citizen, you can vote." I said, "But no, what? But we want to become a citizen. I'll become a citizen." And the brother there at the immigration booth, and the man had wrestling for about half an hour, you know. Uncle Rennie take him green card and throw it in the boot and say, go suck out him. I'm like, go suck out your mother and sit right. Him wife outside and wait for him in the car now.
Mm.
My uncle get on the next flight to go Jamaica and never come back in the country. You know, and you have people like that said, no man, they just we don't want to do that.
No. So Tumpa, you know
You
what?
know,
The question about wait name there, Bobby Fire. Which part exactly
Okay,
a Pembroke called Bobby Fire they live?
All right, so Bobby Fire, as I said, keep in mind, me, I'm not a big baller. So Bobby Fire wouldn't even know me. You
Yeah.
understand?
Mm.
It's Lance Adair. Lance Adair was instrumental. I'm not telling something, but what I like what Fowler said is there's really well, I felt this way. The elder players them did really look out for it, especially Lance Adair. He's the one that brought me to play on the big team in my backhead, and that was more of a fill-in. It's not like say boy would I be a regular player like Danny and Backhead and a couple of the other guys that who played, right? I was just substituting when them shorter players and things like that, right? But that's how I would meet. That's how I would meet him, right?
Yeah.
I'm a fill-in, right? But he also know my brothers and stuff, So
Yeah, you older brother them, yeah.
As a Kameka and them, there's not so much knowing me as a baller. You understand? So that's how me didn't know Bobby Fire.
So Bobby Fire live on Anandira and live on a Kane Current.
I don't know why I think I'm thinking Covey or Kane Current. One of them.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Bobby go ahead, Danny. It's only get us to something.
I think him used to live down the street from Mikey Fox.
And which road that?
No man, over the Kane Current way, man.
Kane Current, okay. I got you. A man I tell me say Ian Boyne used to live at Kane Current. I didn't know if him lived there so long. Ian Boyne used to do profile.
Yeah, man, in past
last year. Me hear that right. Recently passed. Yeah.
I never hear about whether or not Clevie and Stevie. Did the Brownies them live at Pembroke?
Say all talk about some musician that are Alanat at Ingleton. So we talk about some musician, but I don't think Stevie and Cleveland that talk about. I don't think Stevie and Cleveland talk about.
No,
I remember the concert that they did in Pembroke, right? And they did a rendition of Hey That Girl, You Did Something to My Chemistry. And Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Right? The Brownie Brunch. They didn't name Brownie Brunch is what them did name actually. Brownie Brunch instead of Brady Brunch. Bunch them named Brownie Bunch. And they did a rendition of that song. And them tear up the concert. I don't know if you remember say there used to be a summer camp in a Pembroke secondary school, You didn't know that?
No, I don't. You tell me news I know Tumpa, I don't.
Every summer, man. Hey, and me I tell you, it's a girls thing again,
Of course.
So we used to go to the summer camp over there, and then you used to have you go in some of the class, them provide lunch, and then you have outdoor activities also. But why me and Bucket them used to go down there? The girls, because I used to have some girls come back to Pembroke from foreign, the way Danny would come back for school.
Summer, yes,
They would come back for summer. So man, we meet so much girls. Every time one of them come up here and cause some dirty bad word. Our Yankee approach, because me and Bucket I put on two of them, and one of them. Yeah, man. So they used to have summer camp there, man.
That's what when I secondary school.
At the Pembroke secondary.
Yeah.
It start like 8 o'clock in the morning and finish like early afternoon.
I never know about that at all.
You go the classroom them activities. And then you have go outside, they play football, you do things outside, games outside.
And before we get back to the football, Danny, since I mentioned that, you mentioned say Dennis Brown and Tumpa did mention say Dennis Brown used to live at Pembroke and some musicians.
Yes.
90.
Acolita.
Yeah.
Nine used to live in front of Adair them.
Oh, what 90? Where 90 music?
90 was a
90 oldness.
90 oldness, okay.
Producer,
okay.
Yeah, man, the producer.
Man. Yeah, man.
So when Acolita,
studio one.
Acolita, and because of that, Dennis Brown used to live
Anglesey. Anglesey.
before that, he used to live Bonnie Errands. He used to live down Acolita.
No, up
Bonnie,
on the other side, Danny, which part 90 did there. So he used to live with 90. He used to live in a 90, right in front of Adir them.
Adir, right.
Yeah, right in
But,
front of Adir them.
but before that, he moved over
Yeah,
Bonnie
he used to hang
Errands.
over Bunny because Bunny has
Uh,
smoked the weed. Bunny is one of the
weed,
original weed
ex-
man.
exactly. And then on Annandale now, right next to Simon, Rochester House.
Rochester.
Me and my mother come from the supermarket one day and me her say, hey, what go on Coxon dad. And them stand up and them talk. Him say, hey, what go on tea? And them talk for a while. And so me I walk away and I say, you know Coxon? The man was one of the quietest man who lived in the Pembroke. A lot of people never even know something about Pembroke. And I say, you know Coxon? It's a big time producer that, Studio One.
And the studio one
And
around the place, yeah.
yeah, and she said, she laughed and she said, yeah man, me and him go to school together.
And then you'd have the what name there over the
Junior took across the street.
yeah, you'd have Junior Tucker, Sharon Tucker,
Yep.
right? And
And where the wholeness them used to live, Cynthia and where her brother name again?
Slash, Cynthia
Slash, the whole
Cynthia
Slash,
Mike
yeah.
Slash. Yeah.
And Mikey
and
Slash, yeah.
Carawina, them not
Carwina.
Carawina, right?
Carwina, yeah.
Yeah, because the younger brother, Norman, me and him was classmate at Calabar from first to third farm. And Bongo was older, Michael Slash older, in a fourth farm, I think, third or fourth farm. But when the man they leave Pembroke, like most of the kids, them gone for good.
Yeah,
Them not come back.
yeah.
For various reasons.
Mike is here in Florida, and he was the president of the Calabar Old Boys Association here in Florida.
Right.
And Cynthia had passed.
He passed away, right.
Yeah.
Right.
She married to thing there now. When named there up at the club there, on Red Hills Road.
Oh, Rock Club?
No, man.
No,
Turntable.
Turntable.
Oh, Meritone, Blake.
Yeah, Meritone, yeah.
Winston Blake.
Yeah, Blake, brother. Yeah.
And then my brothers, it's interesting. There are a couple of things I'll tell you about my house, So my brother, the big one, Billy, used to go to Kingston Tech. The Kingston Tech man, them and stats man, them, talented man, them, these things, technical stuff.
Yeah.
My brother, them used to build amplifier and them things of Emperor Fate and all Studio One people, them, all sort of people. And then
Emperor Theatre was from around a COVID top.
Right. So they used to build amplifier for them and them way there. And then for Winston Blake, them used to always up there fix him equipment and them for him, And then Jingle Bells now, my mother now used to take people off a road when them name it. Before Jingles get large, Jingles used to live with me at Pembroke.
That's Skitland, Jingles.
Jingles from Skitland. When Jingles lived with me, Jingles used to work at Skitland. Never own it yet.
When right name again?
I'll tell you, Clinton.
Something like that, yeah. Can they run?
Clinton Lindsay, I think, or something like that.
Clinton David.
Yes, Tumpa, yes. Yeah.
He used to live at my house.
So Jingles used to work at Skitland before he started running the place.
Yeah, man. Since he was an instructor there, and the man he used to manage the place for I think it was a China guy that owned it.
Yeah.
One time all when a couple of actors used to come and my name Richard Roundtree, the other actor that come down and in the one of the James Bond movie or something in there down there. And it was always at Skateland and hang out with Jingles. And when my brother Billy died, I go check Jingles. And when I come down, I used to go check Jingles all the time. I'm going to go check him and tell him about Billy when Billy died. I'm thinking him say, boy, Tony. As Danny said, when people call me Tony, they know me long time,
Yeah.
Boy, yeah, I'm saying, boy, I'm mad with him, I'm mad with him, because I'm going to bury my father and never ever bring him down here, I could see him and thing,
Yeah.
But it's when me go in there, a George Pang, I see him there, man.
Yeah.
Mr. Jingles, give me two of the cassette, them time they have some serious cassette, I know them all.
Yeah, dance.
Yeah, so give me some cassette and thing, I'm just leave him, George Pang and them, man.
One time Jingles did a run as a sacrificial lamb down at West Kingston.
So
Yeah,
Jelly, you
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
say the man a real bad man.
Oh,
You see the man association.
oh,
That's it.
Tumpa, yeah. No, man, Tumpa, give me credit.
Yeah, man, the man am a real bad man. The man am have some powerful linkage.
Hear this, I know. Hear this, I know. Part of the reason why I didn't want to play football at Pembroke too much is my brother, one of my brother, Bumpy. It's when me I played on a Pembroke field. Bumpy sit down there with them last, a sharpening last. Danny can tell you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bumpy sit down a sharpening last down there. So a lot of times when me I play, me not tell my brother them.
Got problems.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Any man tackle me too hard, man.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Hey, Tenet, Blood Nuts, Tenet, Palmer.
Tenet Palmer.
Yeah.
Tenet Palmer. Then by Bumpy, me know if you remember Bumpy. Bumpy was one of the first man at Jamaica was shave him head, you know. Remember from
Yeah, man, cut off him here. Yeah.
Remember Bambino, we had the movie there with Buck and the Preacher. What the other one did name? Terence Hill and thing there.
And no, yeah, man. Trinity movie them.
Trinity, yeah. So Bumpy shave him head and there I steered him one day on the Blood Nuts. Tenet Palmer go mess with him. Bumpy drag him down the stairs, I tell you. Because Tenet used to love make trouble, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yes, that's how I said it. That's how I said
Well,
it.
even though it's Tenet to be bad man.
Yeah.
Then him
Yep.
one day me I tell me, hey, one night me I come home, me and Dopey brother back here, I come home one night from Queensberry. And when I reach my yard, you know, some floodlights just turn on for me and say, I'm a boat, me think a man I come to kill me or something, I'm a boat, me and back here run. Then me hear brother say, Tumpa. I mean, man. Go back there and say, a guy named Tyrell, named Lyde. Remember Lyde?
Yes, the soldier brother. Soldier brother.
Lyde, so Tenet beat up Lyde one time.
Yep.
And Lyde looked like sad sack. And Lyde go join the army for Tenet. And that night there, when Lyde frightened me the night, he said the next day them find Tenet beat up. Lyde and them soldier man friend them come beat up Tenet.
Well, so the one bad boy thing, you know, remember, what if I remember Tumpa from Pembroke, Tumpa shot and thick, you know. So me come back down from Connecticut one school.
No, man, you come back down from foreign.
From foreign, right?
Yeah.
And Cosmos come for play.
That's right.
Santos.
Santos.
Yeah, man. New York. 74 that. Yes. When Billy Perkins put Pelep on the cycle
But
track.
Billy Perkins, right?
Yeah.
And me, Tumpa and Bucket are going to game. And although we have money, you know, Tumpa's like, no, man, we're not paying a bus fare. But jump on the back of the bus, me throw away. I think we pay for going out in the bleachers, but we all know say what we want to do. You guys talk about everybody want to beat the grandstand.
Yeah, man, I forgot. That's how the tradition, man. They don't bleachers, but you fed up in a grandstand because different quality girl there grandstand, man. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, you go grandstand and you see the Holy Childhood and the Saint Hughes.
Yeah, man.
You know,
yeah, man.
You know, find Trenchtown High School girls in the stand.
No, when you go a grandstand, you're big thing that, man. You're officialless and all, man. Yeah.
You know who else used to do my house too? Muta Baruka.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. So Muta, you know, I know him as Alan Hope. So that's how I know him.
Yeah.
So him used to live. As I said, my mother used to make.
When name was Alan Oaks?
Alan Hope.
Hope. H-O-P-E.
Hope. H-O-P-E.
Yeah.
Oh, Hope. Alan Hope.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tumpa. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So Alan, when him used to do that, so when after Jingles moved out now, Alan used to live in the same room where Jingles did live. So Alan used to stay with us. Because him and my brother them used to go Kingston Tech, as I say, you know?
Yeah, I remember Muta used to go Kingston Tech. Yes.
It's all of that Kingston Tech connection, you know? Me even have some picture where one of them send me. And then we there. And then you have the Scotch boys them now. When we used to go at Skateland now, we used to wait to come home with my brother from JBC when I work with JBC. Because my brother was part of the team that brought Color TV to Jamaica.
I remember that too. I just said that I remember that. My older used to work at JBC, you know. At Tumpa. My woman used to work at JBC, you know. As I said that, I remember your yeah, man, Mr. Prince.
Yeah, I mean, we used to go there, go watch them play table tennis because they have a wicked table tennis team at JBC.
Mm-hmm.
So Courtney Jackson, who was part of the Scotch group, was a big time table tennis player. You see, and him used to hang out at the house too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So he never did live there, but them used to come by the house, you know. Cause I must say my brother them set. Them was the house set at Skateland for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and so on, you know, and things. So even one time when the Dells come to Jamaica, so I dare them used to keep enough party, and we used to keep enough party. And the Dells a come party at my yard, you know, and them start down at Adair, and then Lance have to send them up to our house and say, no man, and the Kameka them up the road up there, so you know.
Yeah.
So as I said, my house, because my dad wasn't there and then my mom died young, the brother them just take over the house.
How much
Yeah, man.
but Tumpa, for the record, how much older was your brother? How much older brother was than you? What do you get different between the two now?
So Billy did still there at Kingston Tech when they had George. So it might be 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
4,
And Billy was the oldest one?
Yeah.
Okay, I got
Well,
it.
no,
All for the boys.
Oldest of the boys, yeah.
oldest of the boys between the union, my dad and my mom.
Okay.
My mom had an older son who was actually, his father is actually Vincent Chin from VP Records.
Yeah.
But him disowned him, you know?
Yeah.
My father adopted him.
Yeah.
And so he's but he was living in the US. And when my mom passed, he came back to Jamaica, you know, and him and my brother them, him and Bumpy, I should say, couldn't get along because him want to come back and take over the house, and Bumpy said, no, I'm here run things. No, you can't come back. And I'll come back here. Even remember the Snape's Bakery?
Yes,
Yeah, man.
Down at Pierce Street Road at the school.
All right, so that pastry shop, that man was work on the ship with my father. My father was the head chef, and him was the baker for the cruise, the Carnival Cruise Line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a long time Carnival cruise about at some ancient time them they were talking about.
Yeah, man. That's how that Mickey Aronson, I think, was his name. And remember, his name did end up. The father actually did own the Miami Heat. You see,
Yeah.
Family that owned
So
Miami.
you know
Yeah.
when you talk about a little history and how ancient times. So me and Tumpa graduated 1978. And I get together with my classmate the next March. And in 1973, we start high school. You know. So come next year, that'll be 50 years.
Years since
You
I left
know.
school.
Correct. So we start the journey as friendship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me and Tumpa, when I got college, probably my senior year, we lose touch for a while.
Yeah.
What me knows that we can pick up the phone and call Tumpa or call Paul, and I like we see each other yesterday and talk, you know.
And Luke used to live with Danny, you know. Luke used to live with Danny in Connecticut.
Right.
Like your brother.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah.
He was 1 year older than me.
Yeah.
He used to live with Danny in Connecticut.
I'm gonna tell the truth. So Luke come. I'm gonna tell when I tell goalkeeper Paul, Luke come up, come visit me, and my grandmother says, so Luke, where are you? Say, no, can't find a job, and you know, I go off my freshman year at college, and Luke, we find land a job in a Stamford, and the weekend Luke come up, you know, me have a single bed in my bedroom, and Luke I pull out a sheet. And I go up on the floor. I said, look where I do. So I just get a pillow and sleep on the floor. I said, why, you mad? No, man. And we have a bed right there. So, I mean, Luke sleep on a single bed. You know, my sister, I'm upstairs. I'm a double bed where I can sleep. We just have a single bed because we're a smaller room. I said, no, man, you sleep on the bed with me. And when they go off to college, Luke in my room, and I think somewhere around October and November, I come home. Late October, November, I come home, and yes, Luke move back to New York. Yeah, disappointed because then I know so Luke, I will probably start run some bandula stuff.
Yeah. I go up on the wrong side of the road.
Yes.
Luke, I run some bandula stuff, and you know.
Well, hey, Danny, I want to hit some other people unless you have another route you want to go, Lance.
No, go on, go
No,
on.
you may ask you about this at Tumpa because you mentioned Blakey, and Blakey's a legend. Me never know say you carry Blakey come up from Pembroke and Salimita recruit him out of hand in the pocket. Go through that story in terms of say what year you carry Blakey and what age group that was. Because this is before Blakey get bigger camper down and jungle.
No, it was already big, but it was a youth, you know?
Yeah.
So, all right. So when we play a camper down, and I think we did beat them. I think the 2 years we play cool, 75, 76 and 76, 77, I think.
Yeah, hold on. Before you mention that, I'm going to mention this because you did play with John Barnes as we mentioned in the introduction. Which year did you play with John Barnes?
75, 76.
And how good was he at the time when you see him play? You didn't know him going to play for England. Think he was that good?
No. We never know. We wouldn't know. We knew he was very good for him to be on the team. Because that year they were a rotted team. We lose one match that year there to Tivoli. I found it interesting that our 2 games with Tivoli each year is in Tivoli. Right? We never play Tivoli at home.
And you can't win down necessarily the Tumpa. You have to tell about it.
The one match we lose each year and it's in Tivoli.
Don't right? You're not winning there, so no matter how try to go win.
So, and the second one, I never even played because my mom died. That's the only game I did not play.
Yeah.
We lose that game. And so I basically, if you want to say, a one match we lose in my whole career.
Yeah,
right?
so it was a part of that team there and it was very good at the time.
Part of the 75, 76 team. I'm going to tell you, the great O'Neill Baker. I look on the team the other day and I say, right. That's what I tell you now. I wasn't no big baller, but I know how me could have played, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said, don't wonder what it's so good. So I go back and look on the side. O'Neill Baker was the goalkeeper. You know, O'Neill.
Yeah, man. OB. Yeah, man. Yes.
OB.
Yeah.
Santos, right? We have Dwight Bogle. We have Richard Bennett. A lot of people don't know how good Richard Bennett was. You know, Richard Bennett was the man who take out Martin
Woodstock.
and him take him out literally to, you know.
Yeah.
Broken leg.
Broke him man, and mash him down, man. Right? But Richie was an all-rounder like Danny. Richie started out playing.
Well, so Richie was like Italian Romeo Gentile.
Aye. So Richie was a right wing, and then he got the full story of how the Georges team really evolved. And that's why I really believe we're going to win Manning Cup sometime soon. You know, 'cause I remember, you know, we did that on a drought, you know, just like Casey went through a drought the other day. And me tell man, you know, man always a complain when I talk positive about Casey. Me tell man, say, until Casey come back into the fold in a Manning Cup now go sweet. Tell man that, and them a cuss me. Right? But anyway, so when we did that, I go back and I look on my side, I say, blood, no, that team is wicked, you know, man. And Barnes did it up on the side. Oh, me get playing time, you know. At the first match we are playing, and once again we are losing, you know. And the coach put me on. Me never have, remember a man say him never have no boots. Mikey say him never have
boots. Yeah, for borrow boots. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Never have no boots. And the coach lend me boots. Right? I'm going to go on, man. And I think would I lose 1-0 or maybe 2-0. It was a rainy day. I remember Richie Bennett put up some tackle on. I think little Dugan did up on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Not Gerald, the other one did up on the side, you know. And them never nice team. Stats never decent team. I'm come on, I get mostly 3 assists the day, right? And I'm giving man of the match. And from that, I not sit down.
Mm-hmm.
And the Colts team. Barnes in the leave, I don't think him did go the full year. So he left, but he was in first or second farm. And for me, the Colts team in the first farm was, you know, very unusual.
Must have been exceptional. That was not our Colts team. Yeah. So that's what I mean.
Yeah, because, you know, even the great Buddy Strand. I don't even think Buddy Strand did upon the team when it was 70, and Buddy Strand was at Georges.
Mm-hmm.
And he was good too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But so the team was very good 75, 76. Then 76, 77, we'll go back down at Tivoli again and we'll lose the game, but we never got a game
Mm-hmm. And Linton tried to play Manning Cup at the time, for now.
Linton?
Yeah. For Georges.
Linton, they play Manning. Richie, they play Manning. Richie, they do double duty from 75, 76, I think. Manning and Colts. Dwight Bogle was the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so but it's the same thing with Blakey. So when we go now and we play against Camperdown now, Blakey, Pigo does, I think Pigo never showed up for that game. And we beat them, right? But Blakey did there. And then when we reach the finals now, we beat Woolmers. Blakey did there the finals, come watch me. So Blakey carry me go, him and Adair carry me go to Jonestown, go play with them on a team named Hampton. And it was a team made up of like George's Camperdown man them basically, you know? And so we play on the side. So we then reciprocate with Blakey. Me and Bucket carry him come a Pembroke come play.
With the asphalt.
Yes, the man played once. It would be 76. So 76. We carry him. I remember, you know, by them time, remember one time we go down there. We never played for the big jungle side yet, right? Remember one day me and Bucket go down and we'd have another youth at Pembroke. He wasn't a big baller, but him think he was a big baller, but he loved the badness. Bracket, Raymond Osborne. So he loved the thing, he loved the badness, so he loved when we go to jungle, man. So we go down there and we'll go to Blakey house and, you know, we left Blakey house now. We have a boots over our shoulder and we are jog. Me, him and Adair and Bracket, you know, we jog go to the field. And a Jeep, some man jump out pan way and say, I want to go. The man have some M16 or whatever it was, the man, and say, I want to go. So I got field. And the man look and say, Blake, oh, are you baller? And them just let it through. You see when that happened? The next week, I think the next week, when we reach to the finals now, they have in a Southdale Plaza or one of the plaza, them used to have cassette, car stereo music on them.
Like a showdown.
Yeah, man. So me and Bucket said, this is where we go. We not go play no match, man, because too much badness down there. You know, so we not go. And them lose. It's a Monday morning, man. Man, them come and George's swimmer, man. A Carpy have to save me. Carpy was our goalkeeper. Carpy did keep for them in a Jonestown, but Carpy, we Musselhead know who used to coach me, you know, the other Musselhead, not the one from Casey, the real Donovan Clark Musselhead, wicked baller from Georgia. He might have won against Meadowbrook. You remember this, Lance? Remember a game George's played Meadowbrook and the bird, a little short brother rammed the ball in the back of the net and the net stuck. The ball rock up in the net. That him was my second year, the coach. So now, let me say about him now again.
Yeah, so them come for look, them come for the chocolate of them come for you.
So Ray Baja White used to play for the side of Hampton. Ray Baja became big baller Jamaica. Baja White, Ray White. His brother used to do track and field. Danny would have known him, Cecil White. You know. So we go them save me because them come from around the area. Me never come from down them area. The man them said, no man, no can't do that to Tumpa, man. Give him a blind. And I said, I get the blind. So that's the friendship we develop with Blakey and Cam from the call and Sally take him away. Cam go play for one of team and then Leeds, and that's how me transition.
Leeds.
So you transfer to Sally with Sally too?
Yeah, well, I'm going to play with Leeds because that wasn't playing in the Corner League. Leeds wasn't playing in the Corner League. They were playing in Bob West.
Oh, they might travel out to go play.
Yeah, they was a travel team. It was like an all-star team and put together.
Yeah.
It was messy.
Because at that team used to, you see, anytime Sally Miller see talent, him just take it and harness it, you know.
That's right. So Messi used to play for, there was a youth I think him played for, and a Dwayne or Dane name, they play for Meadowbrook, man.
You know you talk, a Dane name. I don't remember him last time. I know you talk, Tumpa. Yeah,
man. Him, a youth named Jumbo, Adair. It was me, Adair, Jumbo, and somebody else in the midfield. And a youth what everybody forget about, named Peter Allen. We call him
Zalin.
He used to go Arden. He used to play for Patosi. But he was more a track guy. He used to run track and field.
Yeah, I know you talk, Tumpa. You call him and know you talk. Yes.
It was a wicked baller, man. Enough skill, enough speed and everything. Him and Blakey play up front. So we were playing a 4-4-2 lineup with Blakey and Rich and Peter Allen up front. But man, I think we played 3 or 4 games because then we left and go out fine. But to me, football was just fun. If you tell me there's somewhere with girls there, I'm gone at that instead of the football.
Yeah.
You understand? I just saw me flex.
Yeah.
The girl in there, my Ghana
Yeah,
that.
man, the football is just a stepping stone to the real issue, man. Because
It was not
Jelly,
even
be
a stepping
careful
stone,
enough,
it
cause
was
the
just
man
we
married than
just
him
play
wife.
for
I
fun.
hear this
We just a play for
problem
fun.
that when him get off the phone.
Well,
I
so
make she
here's the
start wonder, cause I must say things we him never tell her.
yeah,
No man, no man, you see him, man, you see him.
Danny,
No,
you got to jump in by that, Danny. Go ahead.
well, my wife hear all the story them already.
Yes, yeah, they're not a CF zone.
But the safe zone. As I tell you, sometimes something will come on and I mention to her, we say lockdown music that, and she go,
Mm.
lockdown. What's lockdown
Yeah.
music? I tell her, oh, that kind of lockdown.
rent a tile.
Rent a tile, exactly.
Yeah.
And my wife would carry me. My wife, when we go to Jamaica, sometimes we'll go out and she introduce me to some people. And the girls them look on her and start laugh. Them say, "Yeah, idiot. A Tumpa that man." You tell me about Rudy. You know,
Rudy.
she can introduce me to some of our top friend.
Yeah.
Them say,
What I talk about Max? I just talk about that because the main attack earlier. You didn't know Bertie and sister them?
All right, so Bertie don't know. Bertie
Kamala.
is
Yeah.
Gilfillian, right? Bertie is Gilfillian, right?
Yeah.
Then his older sister is the sister, the middle one. She was the head girl for St. Hugh's. She was a Gilfillian.
Whenever I
The
know that.
youngest sister now is Kamala Brown. She names.
What's the name of them Gilfillian?
She wasn't a Gilfillian. And I remember our father now, who married to Bertie's mother, used to own some racehorses and stuff. In fact, one of the horses, them the name Kamla after her. And so she now was cousin to Ian Brown, who was asphalt goalkeeper.
Okay.
After Ian a shot used to go. Ian used to go, right?
Woolmark, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So yeah, we know them. We know. And there was another girl what she used to walk with, used to live right by the asphalt area.
Yeah, man. Don to the name, man. Don.
Don, man.
Yeah, man. I remember this. I know you.
Yeah, I remember Don. Yeah, man.
Because we live just down the road from Kameka Avenue that come up right there. So, yeah, man. Yeah. Because Bertie live at the top of Covey.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another bridge I forget to tell you what used to go Aloysius with me and Norman. Is Patrick Townsend.
That upon the top of Clyde. That's how we name the sister. That's how we name the brother. Pantry, brother.
Yes.
Yeah. Pantry. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
One sister Townsend live over the top as they come across the bridge. The footbridge.
Yeah.
Boland Road and come down to Clydesdale. Yeah, man. Pantry. Me see the brother. So, yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
and I think of this that way when the legend himself, Danny Reds. You know, remember Danny Reds?
Yeah, man.
Yes, man.
And a legend.
No, that's a name. Been a hear in probably 40 years. Panchy. That's a years now.
Panchy was the key for the dreads, you know. But may I ask you something? Because I would never know say the dreads come out of asphalt. And most of the asphalt man them leave and go farm the dread because Dynamite was the foundation. You didn't know that go Tumpa and when the dreads farm?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, because Danny used to play for asphalt.
Yeah, tell me about that, Danny. Tell me about that. All the dreaded farm. Tell me about that.
So I never played with Danny Meyer.
Yeah.
Right. But when I started playing the league, that's when the dreads were the already farmer was playing in the league. Now the one person that I know I play with who started out with me like my first year was Cochise.
Cochise live over at Keane Corrand, right? Cochise live beside Baba Shah. Trevor them, yeah.
Correct. And Cochise was, really good player, another, KC man. And then but then disappointed because but him start get the consciousness in him and at the time and met the hear him here start good. Cause like Alice said, when you talk to him, Coach is a big soul man at one point, big afro,
Yeah, man.
You want Prango and
big
then
afro.
Prango from the Patuasi. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll talk about that too,
So
yeah.
so when the dreads start, but even when them put, them have some really good players on dreads, them, but I think them come from Pembroke. Naval was a really good player. Um, them about I look a short brother. I think he used to work for Air Jamaica, but them come from doing the part. When I remember him name, but it was really good as well. Yeah, some man they were not so good, like Jones man was all right, Danny Kate, you know.
Danny
We used to
Kid, flows like, man, I forget them, man.
But you know what? A man who transitioned from soul to dread was never Naphtali, that I ran a brother,
Yeah, man.
yes.
Can never,
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
that are
in
the
a great
era of
sense,
the Rasta movement.
in a great sense, most of them do because like my mother look for me and say, you start grow that shit by your head, man, just chop it off. you know, and until they get old enough now, then your mother,
yeah.
well, it should make make no really make no sense,
Yeah, no, that
but
was, you're right about that, Danny. You get them trick there. Me never get it, but me know
oh,
exactly what you're talking about. Man, come on
oh,
and talk
big
about it already.
time. Yeah, man, you start growing that in a roof house, not my house. Come on,
Mm.
you must have mad.
So Tumpa, what whenever Naphtali and Randy them really, can't remember, me remember him last, Randy last name again.
Donna.
Donna, yes.
Donor,
Come
right.
here and go Pembroke together. Right.
Well, I mean, and a dear Carolina go a camp and so me never play manning for Georges. Father man never liked me, even though I was a very good student. But me and Bogle was, two other youth them are wear a beard. So my father Ferris always a mess with me and them with. So I used to talk back to him. Even my sister reminded me the other day about it. She said, boy, Tony, father the one get rid of you, from Earth Farm. Him always a call, me never even knew him call her. I
Yeah.
think the one time him call her, when Bogle bust a pipe gun in the classroom one time, right? There was a teacher from India. And we used to call him Dibby Dibby because him speak him teach.
Dibby,
He
yeah.
cuts English, but him speak with Dibby Dibby so, so the Peralta brothers, they bring some courage from upper Stone Hills and put on him blouse light and teach him, and then Bogle bust a pipe gun in the classroom. And I was the prefect for the class, and Bogle sit down in front of me, When Bogle bust the gun, father, the teacher run out of the classroom. Him said, first you put courage on me, now you try to kill me. And this is how me and Bogle, somebody tell me and Bogle was tight until that fight with him and Richie.
And that a wash him
Yeah.
over older brother.
Bogle, older
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
Yes, when him bust the gun now and father come in and ask and nobody not tell him. Let him say, okay, you write down on a piece of paper who did it and hand it to me. So by the time father reached down to me, I'm write on a paper, I'm give to him and I say, I do not know. This is what I wrote on paper. He said to me, you sure that's what you want to write, Mr. Kameka? I said, yes, father. He said, take your bags and leave. Because somebody already bust say a Bogle. So me sit up in front of Bogle, me should I know. Behind Bogle,
Yeah. I say mean.
clear vision. Clear vision. So I said, no, I don't know. So him suspend me for 3 days. Father suspended me. So, them never, I feel them never did like me, even though I was doing good in school, So that's how me end up a champion now. Because when me ask
Guilty by association.
yes, man, him send me and him never even want to give me a blood not reference to God
A
camp.
transcript, yeah.
Yeah.
Me, Buckhead, Ronnie Bop, and another brethren we used to go Woolmers from Jungle, go up there and go play on the Manning Cup team. That time is a KC man, their coach with Neville Oxford.
Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah, man.
And them thing there. So and Richard, Chris Deering the up on the side and a couple of nice little ballers the on it. And I'm gonna tell you a story now. So in our course, one of the team a little bit of goal me score in my career now, but some important one. So when we beat Excelsior, there was a virgin on the call where they come from Excelsior. One of your call.
Yeah, Danville, Andre called Excel, Andre Taylor Danville, yeah.
When we beat them, as a 1-0 we drop on them at George, I score a goal from about 30 yards out from them, you know. Bingy Dread did the planet.
That's a you Blair.
Are you clear the name? Yeah.
Yeah.
One is to go
Yeah,
Aggie.
man.
One of them go Aggie, right?
Yeah, man. I'm going to play for Waterhouse and Boys Town. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah, man. I mean.
when we play Manning Cup now, him come up then him come up, you might go to the ref now. That time the Manning Cup, everything I play a stadium, as you know. Him go to the ref and say, ref, hurry up and get this match going now. Go take care of that boy, that Kameka boy, and I'm doing something. Me and Bucket, we love mode. We love mode people.
Yeah, I can't play for them time there.
Yeah, we are playing the campaigns. But me and Bucket say, hey, Muppet, Dread, boy, we're going to trim you today. So when the match done now, Georges are play the next game. They beat to 1-0. We never have a great team. Because JC dub with 6-0 the first game, and then when them struggle and beat with 1-0. In fact, them say boy we outplayed them. The right up say we outplayed them, you know. Me and a youth named Shanks, him used to live at Queensbury, Marshall Chambers. Them say boy we control the game and everything. So match done, me in the stadium now, me I sit down with me for watch the Georges match and me and a couple of my junglist brethren, you know. And Bingy come in there. Him say, hey, Kameka boy, or day or something. My junglist brethren them just turn on and say, yo, you're a fool. Dead you want dead. He said the time to me a promo call from that. He mean, oh yes, Kameka. You good, brethren, you good.
Yeah.
Come on, man, I'm telling you, I wasn't no big baller, but I could have hold my own, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a big baller.
You earn your respect.
Yeah. Could have hold my own, wasn't a big baller or anything.
Yeah, you meant me could go on and talk about they mention a man name, you know. I mean Philip remember the man here. And because I mention a little about cricket and you mentioned about Fat Paul. And Fat Paul is more like a PS.
No.
You remember Fat Paul, Phil?
No.
But Tumpa know me attack and that is most in the silver Annandale.
Annandale.
No, in the Aqualita. In the live next door, 90. All right, there's a KC youth. Maybe you know this youth, I know. In the young, little bit younger than we still, but him did name Howard. We used to call him Basky.
Basky.
Yeah, man.
All right. So Fat Paul, them used to live next door, Basky. And Aqualita. Him and Fat Paul and Peter.
And Peter, right.
Younger brother, yeah.
Younger brother Peter, yeah. Peter born March 1st, February 29th.
I'm born on a leap year.
Yeah, I'm born on a leap year. So Fat Paul and Peter now. This is how Curbwall started. Fat Paul was the genesis behind Curbwall. He's the one that started Curbwall. So Curbwall now we would also enter track and field things. We used to go up at Meadowbrook every year. What if government program did provide uniforms name again? The CDs? SDC.
Yeah, man, yeah. Social development, something like that. Yeah.
Yes, that's the program. So them used to have track and field and everything. So we used to enter a track and field team and then we then go up there. So this is where Zalin now would show his prowess. Danny, as Danny said, he wasn't there during the summer, so we never have Danny, them things there. You know, but we used to enter them things and we travel. You know, we used to travel different places and play ball and you know. So the curb ball, as I say, we use the German colors, white top, black.
So that name come from Tumpa, curb ball. That name come from curb ball. Only get that name there.
Continue the asphalt, right? Because asphalt, then you have the curb wall.
Yeah. Brilliant mind.
Go ahead, Danny. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, Danny. You there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Yeah, man. Go ahead. It sound like it has something.
No, I'm gonna say only Jamaicans will make that extension from asphalt to curb wall.
Yeah, man. As I say, but Fat Paul was the genesis behind that whole thing, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, and Fat Paul used to bowl like a
Fat Paul was the man who used to love race the bicycle and too. So
yeah.
In goalkeeper, you're Danny talk about a youth named goalkeeper Paul used to go Kingston Tech. Goalkeeper Paul, the man that used to love ride. So them used to have a Lancer there. The whole of them used to race on the street. And one day, me I tell you, Fat Paul, them a race, me I tell you, boo, 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 boo. Next thing, we see Fat Paul in the blood, not here.
No, I have to keep in mind, say, back in our days, nobody now wear helmets, you know.
Which helmet you talk about?
Which I talk about?
That don't exist at all, Danny. We are talking about helmet.
No,
Helmet are
man, no.
shin guard or knee pad. None of that don't exist at all, no.
Even when you play cricket at school,
None of that
nobody
at
now
all.
the
No,
pads.
no,
Man,
no.
a pace bowler and you still get licking at your
Can
shin
we
hard.
remember we used to play on the little field across from the football field?
Cross on the field,
Yes,
right?
yes,
You
yeah,
remember,
yeah.
you remember say you used to have a Miss Clear, you have a shop right in front of the field.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man,
tell you
sis shop that, man. Sis.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you a funny story about one Saturday where I play ball. And somebody bring up a name, Sporty. Another one, we don't know his name, you know.
Root
Sporty, come
Sporty
over.
right name, you know. But Sporty, that my Sporty right name. I'm gonna tell you before you're done, target. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sporty, we done the play ball and it started raining, so we run over Miss Clear's shop. I want to buy stuff to eat, and Sporty come in there and buy a can of condensed milk. And the man drink the condensed milk, you know. And then outside I collect water. And I think a goalkeeper Paul look at Sport and I drink it. And then drink the water after, full up him can with water and then drink it. And Paul said, Sport, where I do? I drink it and Sport start wind up in belly and I shake it up and Paul said, Sport, where I do? Say, oh man, mix up the milk.
Yeah,
I'm belly, I mix up the milk. You know, but when you play cricket, you know, my brother used to play for Calabar, Mullins. Good cricketer. And then man, they're pace bowl and, you know, when a fat parlor come down and a spin, you know, nobody have the pads. You know, we have bats, we have the stump, we have the bail, and the field, and the fence. And anybody go up the bat, boy, you take your life at your own risk because people will come after you hard, especially if they know you're a big time cricketer, will come after you hard as well.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that the other community, and we can't speak from other community, but we know we can't speak from Pembroke because, you know, but you don't know, you watch the evolution, you watch the growth.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And Pembroke is a nice community, man.
Yeah, more
Well, I don't know if you guys, I want to go back to Gaga. You know, they killed
Hold
Gaga.
on, before we go to this, I'm going to get Sporty official name. Clifford Wint. Because Ruth sent me down my on the phone, so I just, for the record, Sporty official, Sporty birth certificate name of Clifford Wint. But go ahead, Tumpa, yeah, but Gaga you talk about.
Yeah, so as me that's, you know, Gaga after we left was kind of a celebrity. In fact, that the Cosmos Santos game, if you remember, Gaga was one of them out there juggling the ball, you know. You know,
yes.
There was also a goalkeeper from the Cosmos side. I could have done some tricks to him, but I kicked the ball way up in the air and catch it some funny ways too, you know.
Right.
But they killed Gaga in 2019, and that's when we get somebody send me the clip. And I say, I look for them, brother. I never realized Simon. I say,
well, you talk about it, and you said, what Gaga name? Because what's in the face?
Yeah.
But we know him as Gaga. What you know his name? Another thing where you grew up, a man say, you know, a Gaga this, you know, a Bertie done this, you know, a Butter done this.
2016. There's another youth who used to play with Asphalt too, live in front of Richard Bennett, named Anthony Grayson. We call him Rock.
Yeah, man,
Rock.
Yes, I remember him exactly what you're talking about. Anthony Grayson, Rock, yes, yeah.
Yeah, man, Rock. The man when the kick ball, man, he better run when he kick the ball, man.
Yep.
So Rock used to go country now and bring home crocus bag of orange. So we always have orange during the summer.
Yeah.
You know, we used to always go country, bring home orange and them with us. So we always orange. And we played on the triangle field and all them things, you know?
Yeah. But
and then there was another brethren now. I don't even remember if Tuku did live in a Pembroke, but he used to come play with Asphalt. Tuku used to play for Cavaliers.
No. Tuku never lived in a Pembroke.
Never lived in a Pembroke, okay.
Right. And funny thing is, when we go to college, you know, him go University of Massachusetts, UMass. And me and Tumpa talk, and Tumpa said, wait, now the school that I took a place kicker for the UMass team.
Yeah. But you
You
remember,
know,
he
make
was
that
always a good kicker, you know. Him scrawny, him remind
him
me of Altima,
scrawny, yeah.
remind me of Altima Coy. So there
And the
was
body,
another Tuco who used to play for Cavaliers, an older Tuco.
that's yeah, him older brother.
Yeah, so that's what it must be, is the little Tuco, you know?
But one of the things that I'm gonna know if you guys, if the name sounds familiar to you guys, Baldwin Anderson. To play goalkeeper for Cavaliers, live up Annandale. Me and Finn brother Raymond were classmates at Calabar. We used to call him Bally Anderson. And a Pembroke call him born and raised until he moved up to the US. But you know, and play for Cavaliers, and he never play for Pembroke because he always play for Cavaliers. As much as we know, never play for Pembroke.
Yeah. But we mentioned two other man name earlier, I know. Gary Chuck and Balford. What Balf last him again?
Yeah.
The man play for
Reed.
Asphalt and Pembroke.
Morrison.
Yeah.
Reed.
No, man, I'm Morrison.
Morrison, right.
Balford Morrison.
Them go Woolmaz. I think the two of them go Woolmaz, yes.
Casey a Ballery. Casey a
Casey a
Casey a
Ballery. But
Ballery.
Balford, you go with Gary Chuck. The man never used to live at Pembroke.
No.
Them big
Bally
some
never
play.
lived in Pembroke, no.
Some play.
No, Balls there play ball, I think they know. At New York too, you know.
Yeah,
Most
Balf
of
is
the
good,
So-
man. Balf skill.
So Balls play, but no, at least a point on career, high school career play for Excelsior. Because
Yeah.
him and Big Plots were at Excelsior together. And a Big Plots bring him
There was another youth, Kisco. You remember
Kisco, yeah.
So Kisco,
Yeah.
me and Kisco play college ball. Kisco became a Muslim, right? And when we there at college, Kisco now did that on the college side. And Kisco always saddled to the east before we start the football and everything. You know. But Kisco was like Balf in a way. You know, have the skill like Balf style. And him not really him like, so remember Balf always playing a crepe, right? Balf wear boots and wear crepe.
Yeah, man, he might wear some white crepe, man. Yeah.
Man.
But you know what? Yeah, go ahead. Who's about that? Go ahead.
Another youth were used to their Excelsior too. He used to go Aloysius. A youth named Paxton Rose.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Pakistan. Yes.
Paxton died from a heart attack.
Yes, I have a brethren. When we Pakistan good. Can be there college with Flooney. Flooney from
All right. So,
who
Flooney was related to?
Flooney related to, I think his sister upon the radio are Hutchinson and Flooney last name. I think
Yes.
I forget I think Joan Andrea Hutchinson and Flooney's sister.
Oh yeah, Joan Andrea, the bumpy head girl.
Yes.
Okay.
A Flooney sister. But Flooney
A Flooney sister.
Yeah, Flooney come from one of Patuose, but Flooney leave and go up a Graham Heights early in the 70s and then migrate.
A lot of people, I knew a few people who did that.
Yeah. A Flooney sister that man, yeah. But Flooney and my brethren live in Atlanta, went to college together. And them know Pakistan, one of them played Pakistan together and all them with them. So I mean exactly what you're talking, man. And Pakistan Road School, one of the best school a Manning Cup, man. When him turn Doggy Bell, I wouldn't have mentioned me the KC man him get upset, but yeah.
But I always tell people that it's like how Pembroke produced these ballers. Aloysius and what the school Adair used to go, the one at Jonestown here, right outside of
Central Branch.
Produced some wicked ballers, man, them two school there.
So you never end up go Pembroke primary at all. Neither you are Buckhead.
No, I remember some media grew up at Ellis.
Yeah, you never come in a Pembroke in the early because me and Phil there Pembroke. Me a Pembroke from 1964.
Yeah, well, Jelly, but at that, when them come at Pembroke, them already in a school.
Yeah, them in a school system already.
Exactly. So me.
So used to take my mother know when I go Aloysius, if me want to drive, go to school, I have to go with my mother early because my mother used to go to Coronation Market, go buy the product for the restaurant. So she leave early in the morning. So I used to go with her sometimes and I don't want to deal with the bus. And so I go with her and then she go in the market walk around the market, help her carry the stuff them, and then she would drop me at school, and then go down at a restaurant. But other than that, I take it was what, the 4 and then the 40.
Number 4.
4,
Yeah.
yeah.
Comes the 40 bus. Now another thing I have to tell you now, I might remember the incident but don't know the connection. Because when I mentioned and Danny explained to me about the little boy that got killed. Well, my niece got killed right in front of Pembroke Primary.
Accident you talk about, Tumpa, like a car accident. Yeah.
Yes, she come off of the bus. My sister usually take her to school and get off the bus with her and all them with it. I don't know why they take the bus from the bus terminal down to the school instead of just walk.
Right.
But my sister would go on the bus and then she would have come off with her, take her inside, and then come back and catch the next bus and go to work. Well, one morning she must have run late, and I was on the bus with her, and she never come off with her. And when my niece come off, she run across, it was her fault, not the bus driver, not the cab driver. She run behind the bus.
Yeah.
The cab licked her down right in front of the school, and she died.
Wow.
You know, it come like a ghost right I guess, because there's a bullet dead too,
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Me at the top of Pembroke Drive, by the field, but come off of Annandale, I'm going to make the right for go down Pembroke Drive. I mean, you're the slam. I swear it's a 2 truck collide on Washington Boulevard.
That's when bullet dead.
That's when bullet dead. I'm walk down there and say, my dog, them I go crazy because they have about 5 deer across the street, my neighbors and them things, so them own the house. But anyway, that's when we walk down and crowd start gathering and we say, but no bullet bike that. But it sound like 2 truck just collide. My dilly-dally on the road and,
No, when me hear happening, Danny, that's it. The stand, the bike stand them always.
The kickstand. Yeah, the kickstand.
The kickstand never put up, yeah.
No, a dilly-dally, man, and when them dip on too far from one side, it hit the road and just throwing forward to the car.
Yeah, but I remember when they drew them ride them by them time, if them not dolly them not say nothing,
Yeah, Jelly, you forgot where Raymond do it, Spicer.
Put them on the back of the bike.
Drop off of the 354 Suzuki.
Yeah.
But there was another. Danny, you remember what Xylem did name? We have another guy named not Zalem, but Xylem used to play with it too. Dino. Dino was his first name.
Yeah, Dino.
You remember
used to go Pembroke Secondary.
Yes. He used to play with us too.
Yeah, really good baller, short, but with ball control and ball skills, and but another one of them man, they were had the skill, but in the play kind of league, never play kind of league.
Him no want to play nothing. Him just play
Right.
just play out there, nothing really, yeah. And
I'm gonna want to play friendly football.
Yes, that's why I made it clear that it's Bucket, Danny, and even Lancey was instrumental in me and Dwight Bogle playing competitive football. Would I play the house football, the all-star football against Casey and stuff like that. But outside of that, I beg me to come out for the Colts team. And, me never go out for me did kind of, as the guy said, I was kind of shy, and like an introvert when it comes to football, in fact.
Yeah.
The write-up, what them say for me, them say, my yearbook, them say, Tumpa have latent football.
Yeah, the man have a worded language in a Tumpa for just get this in the neatest way, yeah.
No, man, yeah.
Sophisticated.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the judge is this there,
Yeah.
When we talk about primary school, I moved to Pembroke, so me start primary school at Clancarty Primary now.
Right at Southcamp Road.
Deanery
Road. You just
Southcamp and Deanery.
What's up the
Right.
KC?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And me tell people say when common entrance come out and me pass, at Pembroke me live. Because I moved there to Pembroke grade 4. And even though you have Pembroke primary, then me and my sister still take the bus buses to get to
Yeah,
Buses
Deanery
indeed,
Road.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly, exactly.
buses. you know, and when that come out, we didn't even take the bus. We run from Deanery Road all the way to Pembroke, to tell my mother, all the way to Pembroke. Just me not think me stop running till me get home. We know me have to run and do some fast walking
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
probably
yeah.
stop to catch it. But me
yeah.
run home. No, me tell people all the time, so me talk to my mother about school. Me say, cause back then KC win what? 11 or 13 years at champs and
Yeah, 14 years
I'm
straight. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
14 and I say,
Mm.
boy, more go KC. And she say, you out of your mind, you think your man go put KC on a application that you want go KC. She said, no, if it is a Calabar or Calabar number one or Woolman's number two, they come back to the house. And I
That's
tell people say,
unfortunate.
It's a feel
that's
unfortunate.
unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
KC was my
But such is life. Such is
But
life.
Tumpa, oh, you end up at George, then you have brother go KC.
no, me never have no brother going there. Me had
No,
cousins going there.
Yeah, boo?
Cousins.
Cousin,
Kingston
okay, I
Tech.
got you. Brother, okay, I got you. I
My
got
brother
you.
went to Kingston Tech, not
Kingston Neck, I
KC.
got you. I
Yeah.
got you. I got you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got you, I
yeah.
got you.
So you remember now, as a Jesuit, I was going to St. Aloysius Primary.
Yeah, at the same Catholic
As
school.
a
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jesuit school, you get a first pass to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
George.
And KC wasn't a Catholic school. KC was
Right.
KC a bad
Anglican.
boy school,
KC,
man.
no. KC is a backslider from the Catholic Church. So yeah, yeah.
So KC was
And
my second choice because me I live right there, so as me say, we venture to KC all the time and end up knowing a lot of people from KC,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
when
yeah,
KC was my second choice,
Yeah, yeah.
and whereas Calabar, is a Baptist school, my man and sister them used to go, East Queen Street Baptist Church,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And it was
yeah,
like Calabar, but definitely not KC.
yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
no. And
Danny, did you know that there's a Calabar primary, Danny?
yes,
Yeah,
I
what
know
I
of
told you
that.
and try. Which part that is there?
Sutton Street. If you take Sutton Street from George's, from Aloysius, right? Sutton and Duke, and heading towards, like you head towards Elliston Road, it's right below KC actually.
Correct,
Okay.
correct.
It's right near where the theater there, the Palace Theater, or the theater used to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
Yep.
It's
That
right
was
around the
that
corner
was
there,
some
a corner
irony
there,
though. And
corner,
it
near
never
the
affiliated.
corner there.
It never affiliated to the high school.
No, no.
No, not real. At the
No, but
time, no.
they were a green tie, which was interesting.
Yeah,
So we
yeah,
and
yeah.
The
them,
green
Aloysius,
epaulet.
But
yes, Aloysius and them would always be at war.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah, man.
But again, the same thing associated with East Green with the Baptist Church.
Yes.
That's why but
Yeah.
it officially wasn't a part of the Calabar High School
Yeah,
system.
Right.
yeah.
You
Anyway, gentlemen, as
And-
simple as you take it, over there, attack for 2.5 hours and come like a 2 minutes, because
Well, when you
Because-
think about when you think
As
about the
we said in the
memories,
very beginning, this thing can go many ways.
yeah, man, yeah. I want to put a time limit on it or nothing at all. But you know,
Right.
when another conversation will come up, I'm going to just ask a couple more questions. And I could go on one.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
want
ask.
to mention one person you talk about. There was two family of footballers that always there, right? So one of them live at Pembroke, so the Davy brothers.
Yeah, Richard
Right.
Kenneth, yeah.
You remember, one of the Davy brothers was part of the Howard University team. that
yes, the first
won the
black
national
team.
championship in
Correct.
fact, ESPN did a special on that team.
I never even know
Yep.
that, Tumpa, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
You got Barnaby Tulloch on the side. They were coached by a Trinidadian guy. And a wicked team. So if you don't get a chance, Google that and take a look at
But
that.
ESPN have featured, I never know that. I forgot to look for
Howard
that.
University, the Bisons.
Yeah, man. It's a pretty interesting story. And
Yeah,
the
because
year before,
they lost the
the
year
year before them
They got
set
robbed.
them up, The
Yeah,
year
Yeah.
before that set them up. So I think at Indiana University is a big soccer school.
Mhm.
But Indiana University was basically all the players on the team were white.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here's Howard University, a black school with a lot of West Indians up on the team.
Yeah.
Send me that link to Tumpa if you find. I will post it On the Potwas
yeah.
Rover side and the Pembroke side, that people can go watch that because that is an interesting link for people say and know
Yeah,
about.
man,
Yeah.
it's a good thing to know because a lot of we don't know. A lot of you see people think I just know man I get scholarship to go have fun.
Yeah. No, that's an
No,
interesting
man.
thing you bring up.
No,
No,
man.
man, that a go on long time. It's just as it get more
Right.
popular now because
Exactly.
Jamaica prowess in a track and
Right.
field.
Yeah, no.
And
Right. So
back then a lot of these athletes too were truly student athletes.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And you see a man like Al Banky, Banky was used to play for Calabar and play for the Bisons too. Banky a big well I think he retired now, but Banky was a big time boy I think there,
Bancroft attack?
Bancroft Garden.
Yeah.
Man.
I
He was
remember him
big
name,
boy,
yeah.
I think big boy Marriott. He was the legal secretary or something. He was a big guy.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Bank
yeah,
used to
so
go
they,
KC our charges.
oh man, Excelsior man.
Excelta, yes, Bank, I remember. Right.
Yeah.
Bancroft card, yes.
And a big baller. So a lot of the ballers them were also true what we want, student athletes.
Yeah,
right?
yes.
They were.
Yeah. You're a student first and you're an athlete second. Yes.
Athletes, yeah,
Oh,
man.
oh, absolutely.
Hey,
Yes.
the
Absolutely.
first, all right, we just want to give you one thing before we go into the rest of it. The first time I went back, not the first time, but I went back to George's to find a student to sponsor. And as Danny mentioned, I sponsor a bunch of students, typically. All right, so I went back there, and when I asked them, I asked the president, and tell me, no, the principal, and tell me now, no time for me right now, send me down to the vice principal. I go down to the vice principal tell me, say, boy, he might leave in a couple of weeks to Washington, D.C., and I'm not coming back, so he's not the right person, so I'm sending me somewhere else. I'm going to say to my first wife at the time, I say, you know, babes, let's leave that, so. I say,
Yeah, but can't believe so you do something so
well,
giving.
that's exactly.
You know,
And I'm run me around. So me left.
Yeah.
No, listen to this. No, me left. I'm gonna say, "Babe, me could go for Arden because our brother had died." I'm gonna say, "Let's start a scholarship in your brother name. Let's go for Arden." I'm gonna try to go for Arden. So I'm going. I'm gonna tell the principal. I'm going at the principal. The principal jump up and run, come on our desk and hug me up and say, "Thank you, Jesus. Me have a little boy for you. His mother sells sweetie outside, so she come and introduce me to the little youth, the youth mother, the youth, a Waterhouse them come from,
Yeah.
She's a lawyer now at Jamaica.
Mm.
Right? It's a youth, but I'm a sponsor him,
Mm-hmm.
So what I tell people up here in the US is this. It's not a lot of money to provide to help a student in Jamaica.
No, definitely not.
You know what our biggest cost is for the student now? You would not believe this. Transportation.
Yeah.
That's the biggest cost. Not their books, not their uniform. Friggin' transportation.
And not the food.
Yeah.
Just move up from A to B, yeah.
$500 you can provide, for a student for a term, and help, so since that one, then we go on, now me do some for Georges and so on. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was very dishonorable
I
at the principal and vice principal.
Right, and then I tell me, say, what type of criteria you would want? I'm say, like a B student and stuff, but they need to have needs, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He tell me, say, it can be hard for him find a student with B that plays on the soccer team. Me then meet up with Ronnie, the same time Danny. Danny come down all the time. Danny's a Calabar man. And Danny come a George's thing all the time and support us. And when we sit down with the local youth, as Danny mentioned, we carry them to dinner and we talk. Alex Marshall, who's a big George's baller doing the Manning Cup years, a big, him and a couple, and Gregory Messam, son and all of them, we'll talk to them and, let them know, say, hey, we don't come from uptown,
No, man.
Out the east we come from, right? You can do this, right? And think, but you have to focus on education.
Yeah.
You understand? And balance it with your thing, with your the soccer you play.
Yeah.
And it's all possible.
Yeah, man.
It's
Yes,
all
it is,
possible.
Danny. It is.
All of it possible. Right?
It is.
So the David brother, I don't want to mention that because of the Howard University thing. And then the Dugan brothers, them. The father used to come. It's when Mikey talk, Dragon them talk about how people used to do them yard.
Yeah.
Gerald, Poppy, and then the one who go stats. And remember, Gerald was big bad for Gerald make Allman coming out to Arden.
Yeah.
Arden was the only thing at them time, big baller. right? But them father used to sit down right by Mikey them house outside the so,
That's a
right?
dragon.
Right at Dragon them house,
Yeah, man,
yeah.
right at the corner,
Right
Aqualita
at,
Yeah.
and
yeah, them used to,
Pembroke driver. So yeah.
Yep.
Mr. Dugan used to sit down right there so and watch them up play, you know. So when all Tony Park come over come play with and some battle that at some and you know there was a defender who used to play for Tony Park, the wicked though. He
Ken
was kind of
Rose.
Ken
Ken
Rose,
Rose.
Rose,
Ken
bad
Rose,
man.
man.
We have
Never
stories of
forget that,
Ken Rose
bro.
and Logman, but them they have behind the paid wall. We can't
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah. So we just
Yeah.
want to mention, yeah, we just want to mention them
yeah,
football
man, yeah,
fans.
yeah, yeah.
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 Got to do in the park, man. They come on Pembroke, I think the Pembroke, man, and nothing, but when them buck up on certain Tumpa, them decide, say, okay, yeah, it's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, if I approach this thing differently,
Yeah. We can continue now, Lance.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
no problem, Tumpa, because I give the opportunity that. But the question more I asked before me ask the last couple of questions, the two of them. And it's amazing that, not even amazing, but because all the people will come here, I talk to a brother, and he come out next week or next 2 weeks, a brother named Bonito. And him live a Pembroke like from 63 to 70. So I'm there for 7 years like you know. Only there from 70 or 69 to 77, 78. Me live up, me,
78,
me and
right.
Philip live a Pembroke for 40 years, all our life.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, but just live their fraction, but you never leave the love for Pembroke. And you answer the one you first, Danny. How come you left Pembroke so long and you never forget Pembroke? Explain that to me.
it's not only long, but for you never even lived there for a great period of time.
Exactly. What was so special about it that
So
you
that
never
speak
forget
to the
it?
community.
Talk about that,
The,
Danny.
I said that the people, and when we talk about people, our playing ball, because, typically my mother, the first time my mother looked on see me run a champs, and my neighbor come say, you see Danny race a champs? And she said, no. She said, yeah, man, I up on TV, him win him heat. My mother said, no, because my mother really never support ball, because she's playing ball a waste of time,
That's what
right?
you see it, yeah.
You know, but you have people will look out for you. No matter
Yeah,
family,
man.
but them extended family.
Right,
You
exactly.
have, so even though you play ball, a man take you on them wings, and you do something when sister he can do it better, he must show you how to do it better. And then the kids them are age are peers and younger, cause we look out for the younger kids them, but the people them are your peers, them that your friend for life,
Yeah,
you know,
Danny, yeah.
And I think
Simon
it's
Rat
also the quality of life, man.
that
The
too.
quality of life we will enjoy in a
So
Pembroke.
so
Yeah,
so so
hold
one
on.
so
Go on,
Tompa,
Lance.
me I talk to Paul, You see my younger siblings them, when me and my older sister come up here, then we have four kids left.
Mm.
My mother come here, me tell you something, I graduate June 1978. A whole heap of people from Annandale never know so my mother migrated to the US 1976.
Yeah.
Who take care of them kids there?
The neighbor them, the same neighbor them.
Me I go school. Me learn how for plot my sister here from a Pembroke primary school.
Yeah.
On weekend, where I wash clothes for them get ready for go school.
Yeah, the oldest one,
Yeah.
Danny.
My older sister, but my older sister, my
Sister.
mother, my mother don't
Mm.
trust her. My sister wouldn't take care of our siblings then, because she, at the time she was self-absorbed. Things about her,
Yeah.
But my mother trusts me for those a whole heap of things. So you see,
Prima donna.
it's like a Saturday. Say dollar get in a carb theater for say a triple header on a Saturday. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
my siblings them got my younger sister Simone. She couldn't even if she tried to sit on the seat, it fall upon her, so she sit under
Yeah.
my
The
lap.
light. Fed them up.
Yeah.
Better
So
mark.
but so some people didn't know, and as such, them look out for you. Them. Remember, Carl was just at the time when I say family, but family have quarrels and stuff, but family have
Yeah.
family, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and you get to know mother, father, extended family, friends,
Mm.
you know, um, Tumpa, older brother, them are my friend. You know, them treat me as family because, you know, we talk about goalkeeper Paul. Um, him drop out at Kingston Tech, in first farm. And I asked him a question. I said, Paul, how come Bumpy and Billy never one day I look up and I say, where do my house? Why you the school? Tumpa no stay home from school. Tumpa gone to school because, you know, I tell Paul, and Paul said, Danny, so how come? I say, because then I'm a school friend them. Everybody gone to school. If me stay home, what my friend them then? Then the school
We have a talk to. Nobody know the
Yeah.
one.
we ever talk to. You know, you sit down there and scratch your head and say, no, man, I go to school, I'm going to learn some things and, you know, put
Yeah.
them things to use. But even though you still have, you know, when Tumpa and Maya died, you know, my mother said, boy,
Hard
he brother
one.
them all now. He brother them all now, but more worry about the little one there now. More worry about the little one there.
Mm.
Yep.
You know, and I just them are the things where me look upon and smile for say, yes, she don't know Tumpa directly, are my friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the concern that she have,
Yep.
I mean, no, say my mother said Tumpa do something on the street where she not like you say no
Yep.
Tumpa, you know, me no want you to do that, you know, that not right.
Yeah.
My mother,
Mrs.
no,
Mitchell do that to
no,
me.
you know,
Mrs. Mitchell.
no, Tumpa older brother Gino. My mother never liked Gino. Well, first thing she ever like him because Gino love my sister. And look,
You can
Gino
say
come on
trouble
my
down the road.
Gino come on my house one day. Well, out of the front. My mother out there water her garden and stuff, and Gino and my sister Donna talk. My mother turned the hose on Gino for wet him up. Leave me on.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, so that's going to bother them always. Yes, but
You know,
Let me give you my 2 cents why I think Pembroke. And Ray and Danny were not supposed to understand this. Where we came from, even there were towns or it wasn't a planned, what we call in America we call
but
it a planned urban community.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Pembroke is a planned community.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right? So you have that as me or you guys when you talk about it, you say it's bordered by this, it's bordered by this, bordered by that,
Yeah.
bordered. So it's a planned community. So right away now you have a community established, a physical community. Then now you get to the level where you're dealing, as Danny said. You see, when my mother died, remember I know my sister left and gone, married and gone. So a peer man around my house, right? A old man there foreign, peer man around my house. And them young, so them a look woman. Them have to do for them life. So me, I run up
Yeah.
and down. So that's part of the reason why Danny's mom was concerned about me. So was Mrs. Adair. So was Mrs. Mitchell. And I can go through a bunch of them who always a look out for me. So
I know me just got me no cut you, but me got cause me I say no most know the Mitchell them.
yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Next
Me,
door
man,
neighbor.
Mrs. Mitchell make me get beat. She beat me, and then my sister beat me with some conch one time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When she tell my sister, she said, "Oh man, my sister give me some conch." Me I tell you, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. But Mrs. Mitchell, we used to go over to Mitchell's house. You understand? As me say, remember now, if my brother them not cooking, me have to go fend for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Lance Adair. In our profession now, we grew up and we learn about SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, and so. Lance
Yeah.
teach me them things there from long time, but he never teach it to me that way.
You not teach official way. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
Right. Unorthodox.
Lance always tell me, Tumpa, you need to understand your weakness, your strengths, and then when you play ball. And it's something me always tell people too when I play ball. I say, yo, that on your game. You're not the one. And if you don't understand that, if a midfielder don't understand their forwards, that the forward him not have really the control that another one have. You can't pass the ball too hard to him or in his chest when him not have control. And them things the Lancia tell me from a youth. Right? And then now me learn them things and then you apply, then you end up in a college. You learn SWOT analysis and you learn them things so now you see what he was telling you and you can put it to your entire life. So you have that years. One of my brother went crazy, the one that died recently. He went crazy and ended up in a Bellevue. Well, that bucket mother was the head nurse out there. Was
Yeah.
a big nurse in my house. So she take care of him. So him and her develop a relationship so close, you know. And she always, me can guarantee, if me need something to eat, me can go down at Bucket House. You know, the summer we used to do that. When we studied for GC, we used to go for him sister Annette. Some people don't even know that he had another sister named Annette.
Yeah,
A lot of them just know Karen.
Yeah.
Right?
And for the record, Tumpa, from we start talk, you say Bucket and you say Lancelot. You need to call Bucket right name. Robert Adair.
Robert Adair.
Yeah.
Robert Adair, right.
Yeah, man. Robert and Lancelot Adair.
Yeah.
Richie Sample, Richie Lawrence, and them man.
Yeah.
All right. When we couldn't get food, when the some politics here, when things was being sabotaged at Jamaica, we used to get our food because Ian Brown used to work about not separate. You understand? So we used to get our products still.
Yeah, get your butter and your rice and all that.
Yeah, them are their pipeline.
Yeah.
Yes, we still had a pipeline.
Yeah.
So this is all well with the songs. And me can tell you this. There was a time Freddie Green and Johnny Green used to live next door me, right? And then you have a guy who used to live immediately going south of me. Him turn a big, I think he's a big eye doctor in Jamaica now. He used to love race car. He used to drive many and him a car race. I can't remember his name. And then the Mitchells was after that. So the Mitchells Mr. Mitchell used to work for the water company.
Your water company, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, man.
So we used to go over the Mitchells. Mrs. Mitchell, she wouldn't bother with as long as we don't make no trouble. We used to go there. So we used to go over Freddie. When exams are going on, man, I study. You can tell who are competing and they like them over the Sangsters house, the Greens house, the Brathwaite house, on till certain. And then when you see one turn off, all three turn off because them say the one they gone in bed.
Man, I beat the books.
Man, I study and I compete, right? Even though I'm a brethren.
Yeah.
For the Allah, Jamaica, And you had the Wood family, right? Tony Woods and Alun. Alun became the
ambassador for
Jerry, you know
UK.
who matter about
Lushy, Lushy matter.
Right.
Yeah, Lushy. Yeah.
another connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, Charles and James and Tony and Alun and, the whole of them, And so, we had a lot of that where people just look out for each other. But it's also because of the physical setup of the community, right?
Yeah.
Versus when we were Elliston, we were up on the main street.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you're there at Franklinton, you're there on Main Street.
Pembroke protected. Pembroke on the main street, man. Yes.
Yes,
Right.
just know each other community.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Queensbury, because also, I had family in Queensbury too, in the sense that the Queensbury parents, Mrs. Evans, Mrs. Chambers, Mrs. Lala, we could have go there and get things when we want,
Right. That's the George's hookup because you friend them from school, then family know you, and parents
right.
know you.
As you mentioned Queensbury Tumpa, did Queensbury ever enter the Corner League?
No. Not that I know.
No.
Maybe
Okay.
after we left, but not that I know.
Yeah, at the time.
Not while we were there.
We used to, some of them used to play for Asphalt, like the one on metal, Shanks and
Shanks
our
play
brother
for us, right.
was on the thing, Chubby, we call Chubby said Salamila, Karam go play in under 13 competition when he was 16-year-old. And it's true. I don't know if you get the story what Chris they are telling you now. When Chris says Salamila, Karam go play Pepsi with people who are not there, them not go Pembroke primary.
Yeah.
But that's what Sal is doing. But
Yeah, man. Hold on. Sal look like he have a birth certificate factory in a minute. Like I'm just manufacturing that.
Man. So me used to go down Adir, Adir would always be able to, give me a sandwich. And
Yeah.
You see, like peanut butter sandwich and Basket, the KC youth.
Yeah.
He used to love peanut butter. We used to get peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
And sometimes we go to movie theater, we go library. I don't know if we used to do that too. We used to leave Pembroke on a Saturday morning.
I'm going to Tamred come.
But Tamred come first
Yeah.
and then go and movie theater. So I tell one of my brethren the other day, Danny actually they post a 1970 Brazil versus thing there. The Italy and the finals.
Italy.
The first time I saw that, was in Carib Theatre doing intermission when I'm cut in intermission halftime.
Yeah, yeah, after that.
Yeah.
World at their feet,
Yeah,
And then
yes.
Brazil Italy game. That was the first time I saw that game there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we used to have all these things, man. All these
No,
things.
Pembroke is special. Pembroke was special
man.
for all the women. Because I feel it.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, Phil.
even though it is a structured development, it's the people that make it, my friend.
That's what I'm saying.
And it was a true community.
You have the physical, and then you have the personal, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that's what really make you remember it, right? Not the physical. Physical is not really what make you remember it. It's the
the people.
like
Are the
I said.
people.
Right, it's the unity amongst the citizens and the community.
We they not talk for how much further and hear some man name call and it's like a light in the head and you say, yeah man, a long time. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, my grandfather died about 26 years now, and my father's house was up at Avondale, and I was flying for that. And after we have a little get together at the house, and I said, I'm gonna take a walk. I'm gonna walk to Pembroke and visit people who still live in my next door neighbor. Everybody and then my last stop over the Kameka house.
Yeah.
I'm over there for a couple hours, and I said, all right, Bumpy, older brother, I said, all right, Bumpy, I go head out because I don't want to get dark. And him said, well, Danny, before you get to Avondale, it'll be dark, I said, sit, you're not walking to go Avondale, you're not walking go through. I said, no, man, I'm going to take you as soon as my son come with him car and him take me, and I just, that's how me look on Pembroke. That's how me look on Pembroke.
I'd say about Pembroke, I like our Hotel California. You check out anytime, but you never really leave Pembroke,
No, man.
You don't leave Pembroke. We have to find that for me when I say, don't leave that.
So 2019.
Accurate analogy.
Yeah.
My daughter always here, and she see pictures and stuff where, me and my wife got champs, right? And she hear all about it. So 2019, me and Barbara go down, and Stephanie said, hey, I want to come down with you guys. And we said, cool. So when I asked Stephanie, what is it that you want? What you want to do? And she said, two things on my checklist. I want to go to Calabar, where you went to school. I would definitely have to go to Pembroke because I want to see. We hear so much about your childhood. This community and how much fun it was. She said, I gotta go see Pembroke. Gotta see the house where you grew up in. She said Tumpa house. She said Paul Smith house. She said the street. We'll go down to Big Field, and then we'll drive over to Pembroke secondary school just to see the community and just to see everything. And we start from top and went up all the way down, sneak our way down to Washington Boulevard. And about 2.5 hours we spend down there. And my daughter, she snapped about 150 pictures on her phone, just Pembroke alone. And Mr. Stephanie, I wish you guys could see it or experience it when we were
experience even a small token of his life.
Same way I feel about Pembroke. Much more than me grew up in a Pembroke, me grew up in a man. That's how I feel to man.
Yep.
Yeah, man, that's true, man. Different, And I have some friends from Harborview, and it's the same way them talk about Harborview,
Yeah. I would have bet that are the same.
And them talk about Harborview, and I think this is what Fowler getting at. If Harborview could do it, where them can produce.
Yeah, man, that's Philip I say, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, but Jelly, Harborview have structure. Our leaders at the time, the man them who formed the Canal League and so, them say it was done just for man play ball. Them never did I look for the big picture.
Right.
Correct.
They never left enough land for build a field.
But guess what, no? We dare not talk, we can't have a vision enough. We build a big structure back to Pembroke, So me not gonna say leave it without a mentality.
Well, that's a plan.
Yeah. For build, as roots start about, and me talk about every weekend, I have a vision to say Pembroke become the epicenter for the Caribbean, for like a music and a sports academy, using both the primary and the secondary school. That can work. It take a vision, just take a... Yeah, exactly.
Right. So when you think of the things that Tony do, where Tumpa do, where you know what I'm saying, Danny, true blue, you man, me come down, bring your boots, we're gonna play ball. And when do for Georges. And you know, last year around August, you know, one of my classmates said school is not face to face, and the kids, and some kids just struggle. Even the bus fare thing, because we collect bus fare for the kids, and we only come to school 2 times a week, as the mother don't have money to send them. So we send it to the principal now and say, all right, just dole out money when them need. And then last summer called, so well, they now face to face. And I say, all right, so what's the challenge I'm having? And I'm saying, yeah, some kids for them try to go to school for them little flip phone. So if we can get some tablets for them. So we end up sending about 30 or 35 tablets we send down, you know, collect money from a classmate and we buy tablets and ship them down and backpack. Same thing, you know, last February, champs have come up and we hear said, you know, them lacking some stuff. And, you know, me up on the phone and I say, all right, what Skelly, what them thing them can need? I'm saying, could I use some Gatorade? So I get 3 of the 2-pound package in. I'm end up sending what am I sending? 15 3-pound things.
That's how the powdered one them can mix out. Yeah,
the powdered one, right? And I'm gonna buy 150 sports bottle, drink bottles, so they can put them name on it, so they can, you know, and that's what you do for your community, for your school community. There's no reason that we can't do that for Pembroke.
Yeah, man, it can be done, but they say not in a but without a structure, as Phyllis say, it have to have a structure. It have to have a structure,
Right.
but don't exist now.
No.
And
Are we forward?
Yeah, I want to put that in place, because if an infrastructure there, they know, say, boy, let's say a Pembroke Foundation where they were well audited and well structured, and Tumpa, we understand when we say audited. It have to be like that, where a man knows, say, you send this to the foundation of a Pembroke and you look about the youth.
That's what I was going to say. So one of the big things, and you know, so our society in general is prejudice, right? Prejudice, I'm not meaning racist, I just mean prejudice, right? So society is that way. They will prejudge you and so on. There's a reason why why Captain was able to get so much sponsors.
Yes, Captain Burrell, yeah.
And you have to know sometimes who needs to be a front person, and who needs to be a back person.
Yes.
These are the things where I used to work, you know. I used to be head of a foundation that gave away the money, right? So we would give away money. It's a Jewish family, and we would give away $500,000. A builder here in Florida, you know, that I used to work for. I was VP of finance for them. Used to give away money. Then, and that's hard too, because you have to make choices between this community versus that community versus this, you know, this whatever you're doing, right? Then to raise money is also difficult. But the part about raising money and doing that, it's a trust thing.
Yeah.
You have to be able to create a trust where people are willing to give you money. And we find that even in fundraising for the Old Boys Association. You see what Danny mentioned that, and Casey is one of them that raised a lot of money through their party, right? Because they get the highest turnout of parties, right? So they raise a lot. Casey can raise $30,000 easily, right? For them functions. When and they know where it's going. The hard part is when you try to just raise money in general. When you have specific stuff, people are more willing to give it to you. When you say, okay, I want to go buy 15 football boots, 2,000 this, 2,000 and so on, and then want to know where I get to. In the same way, Danny, I remember going over to the mall here in Florida when Adidas have a sale and buy a bunch of big shoes to carry down to George's basketball team, right? Out of my own pocket, right? And go give that. Because I know that's something specific. I'm not giving the money to someone who then might do something foul with it, right? And so on. Once you decide to do something, it has to be set up in what I would call operating procedures, a strategic plan and procedure. Because any one of people who are going to be involved can drop down dead one day.
Yeah, man, not have to be like that, Tumpa. Exactly.
And it needs to be perpetual.
Yep, no.
It needs to be specific. It needs to be realistic. Because as I said, a George's man reach out to me and tell me, say more, Peter Brooks before he died, reach out and say more, win George's, win champs, and this is the money them need. Mr. Peter, I will never give you any money for that because that's a waste of time.
Yeah, that's not a realistic goal. That's not a
realistic goal. Exactly. You understand?
Yeah.
And so whatever we decide to do.
Yeah, I understand you fully, Tumpa. I understand you fully. It's like I'm just attacking. That's a big picture.
No, that's why we're talking.
Yeah. Because I say no. We look on it now.
Throw things out there.
Yeah, exactly, Tumpa. Me I say we can do things because that's what Danny mentioned him do for himself, or you do for yourself. And I say how much of the Pembroke people out there who have access and know people. And as you said, Danny, me have a brethren that tell me the same thing. Man want give money at your time and them don't forget it too.
Right.
You see me I said the money not out there now. But if I set that in a way, I love what you talk about this Tumpa. Definitely right. So but we definitely I forgot to ask some more about it after the year. You see me I said because I like how you put it and I say it have to be realistic and have to set up in a certain. And my vision is you set up a thing with them long after we gone, 50 years after we gone.
Absolutely.
That's how some I look on. It's not that tomorrow thing if I say boy I go win Major League. No man. The vision is 50 and 100 years. Where you become a club, in my mind, you become a bigger club as Bayern Munich, where the community and the foundation man them own the club and them have shares and the pass on to them family. You see me, I say to you, I look on it, I'm gonna see why we can't do that. I don't see why we can't do that. At least think and say we can't do that. I say I look on it.
Here's what I always tell people. I'm not gonna say that to you too. Why you're thinking football? It's because that's what we do.
No, right. No, but that's how I'm sure it was more than football. I say sports in that.
No.
Yeah, right. We think in football because that's how we do.
People think that the genesis of this or the basis of this is to better the youth them, right?
Yeah, that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea.
Yeah, but that is ultimately what it going to do.
Right. And as part of that is to make sure them have food for go to school, make sure them have school uniform for go to school.
Yeah.
Make sure them have supplies for school.
Yeah.
Make sure them have supplies for school. Make sure them have supplies to play some football.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. And in fact, even some of that, now that Pembroke is a high school because them have that high school can eventually become a powerhouse.
Exactly. You understand what I'm with this Tumpa? Exactly. It become our school instead of what was secondary school, our main school, the KC, the Georges, the Calabar. All that school, the Meadowbrook. You see me, I said to you, but you know what? Pembroke, our community school, and we want to become a powerhouse. Exactly, Danny. Danny. And Tumpa, thank you for that. Exactly what I look on it too. Exactly.
Yeah, it needs to get to that point.
Yeah, man, that's something I look on it.
Variety of ways.
Look.
You can create different things. You can begging me have a youth. The man him used to, as I tell you, and this is how life is, He was my goalkeeper in college. He was the goalkeeper for Stats when we beat him. And him tell me the story one day, him said to me, boy Tumpa, remember we play on, man, and then bring on a little youth, and the youth come on and just change the whole game and beat we, man. And I laugh, I say, Claude, me, I'm nearly dead. He just live at Duane Park. He manage, he was the manager for VCB, Veronica Campbell, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was our business manager.
Yeah.
He now manages the 400 meter them from the Bahamas. The guy
Shawnee
and Shawnee Miller.
Yeah.
He managed them, right? So when him that go, and when him find out some boy I'm in the Bahamas, him call me and thing, and him say, I say, no, I meet Gardner already. Gardner father used to work for us. And we meet him on a flight from Nassau to Marshall. And I meet even the Prime Minister and the Sports Minister, them come here, tell them. They can't go to Jamaica, go try copy Jamaica. And I said, what I can't do it is that not trying to do it from the government. You don't have to do it from the alumni association.
Exactly.
The money that KC raised and what George is raised. You see, George is just get them 2 bucks. I want Chinaman get that, you know.
Yeah. I wrote JC up a JC, yes.
A lot of schools are running at deficits. So what the KC man them do and the alumni them do is also cover that deficit that them running, you know.
Yeah.
They don't provide all of the money for. So some of that money is going there. As I said, these are some of the things I've learned during my time as the president for the Old Boys Association. The things I've been doing in terms of fundraising and it's a big task, but it can be done.
It starts with a vision here. It starts with a vision here, my brother.
Vision, and it starts with just even when you start with one.
Anyway, gentlemen, believe it or not, in a 3 hour day, I know. I know I have another conversation from the start in half hour. So I'm going to ask you for the closing remarks, and then we close it out, you know, because we definitely have to do at part 2, because I know so we them start target, you know. You see me, I said to you, between Danny and Tumpa,
knowledge is boundless.
we just a scratch the surface.
Come in, I'm going to ask them a question where I ask if you have anything else to talk about, because I know say, the amount of thing with Tumpa, Danny that start talk about, Danny that 3 hours, so can't start, Tumpa. So for the part 1, I'm going to say, closing remarks, Tumpa, and then you go, Danny.
Yeah.
Well, for me, first, I want to thank the eye. That's the first thing. Because, I tell you, when Bucket send me this thing, I sit down and I listen to 2 of them straight. The day, I work list, the day. I work list. I don't do no work that day there.
Yeah.
I'm basically semi-retired. I'm basically retired and, you know, semi-retired, I would call it. But I do nothing the day, I tell, because it touch a nerve and hit me. You know, memories, things we don't talk about just capture me. And for here, man what I know and used to deal with and them with it, it's a good thing. You understand? Yeah. But for me, I want to thank the item for start this thing, right? And then
appreciate that.
And then the second thing now is that we truly, as a group, need to do something. It is, and it can be done, whatever it is. I know JC did a thing. I wrote a program, not a program, but I wrote a little methodology of how to do some sponsoring at the schools. And because, JC ended up getting a bunch of sponsors by the same simple thing I said. $500. You can choose one student and just sponsor that student for $500. Wherever that $500 come from you, you can either give it yourself or you can go beg it, right? So I think my comment in general is, let's don't stop here. Let's get this thing rolling. And if it's just to help, we can start identify some students or some youngsters down there, and somebody need to go to the schools and start gathering information and so on, and attack this by their needs. And then the last thing I'll say is that Pembroke to me is basically it. It's my life. It's what really made me the person I am. The friends I developed through Pembroke is just everlasting, right? It's the unity. You can see how me and Danny and Richard Bennett and Bucket how we live. There's one person, and I will miss Danny's birthday, but that's no problem. There's one person in my life outside of my family that I know their birthday, and it's Bucket. Bucket on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. I've never missed his birthday, and he's never missed my birthday. You understand? So the camaraderie, the friendship, the things you learn, as I said, Lance Adair, teach me something that I applied in my education. They might teach me about football. And them don't know, a lot of them will not be able to tell you them remember.
No.
Or telling Danny that, a lot of them won't even remember that. But it's good that we remember what they did.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember what Bucket did for me and bringing me to play some ball. You understand? What Danny did for me. And as Danny said, we can call him. We cannot talk to Danny for the next 2 years. I'm going to call him another time.
Like nothing. You don't miss a beat.
Nothing gone.
You don't.
You more even ask, no, come in and call me, brethren.
Yeah.
You not do that foolishness there.
Yeah. So Danny, the same question for you. Closing remark.
Yeah.
Any closing remark?
Well, other than as Tony said, Pembroke, and we live in other communities from Rockford. Well, I don't remember. I was born in St. Mary. Don't remember because we moved from town when I was 2 years old. But the community that made the biggest impact for me that I remember is Pembroke. From non Calabar guys, Pembroke, secondary, Pembroke, primary. That was family. Deeper than friendship. That's where you develop the sense of being. I'm sure some people from Harborview and doing the part and other community feel the same way, right? Well, Pembroke for me was special, so which is why my kids them not born there, but them know them, them still want to grow up them and understand, and for reach back and say, well, I could help this community, grow, because look, when I get to where I am by myself, people are never gonna push me. There's nothing reach but they get pushed forward. You can't reach back and pull somebody up and pull up the community. There's nothing, and absolutely should do that. Look, we're up on the 6th floor now, right? And I don't know if time is short.
No, we don't.
But I can do something with a little
time.
Yeah,
man. You can't leave a legacy. Yeah, man. You can leave.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. We can do this easily.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I love that vibe that we get today. Yes, yeah.
And I wish more people would step up and join in to say, yeah, man, we want to make a difference.
Yeah, man. And you see, when I hear you on Tumpa talk, more people will step up. I can tell you that. Because me have a talk about it every week, but when the next one come in and then dance, I say, and put it to another level, it go resonate with some people. You see, because everybody come and have a different set of friends, and you hear it and I say, yeah. So you must say, I know see one Lance and Philip run off them out and Rhodes.
And the fact is you just need somebody to start.
Yeah, man.
You give a good example. So me the Bristol Myers Squibb, right? The scientific world, and in the way them depreciate them equipment, computer equipment. 3 years. 3 years for computer equipment and 10 years for laptops.
Yeah.
So year 4 now, them can't write it off. No, them have to pay taxes and asset. And Bristol will just throw all them computer in the garbage. I said, why are we doing that? Doing it to the schools them around.
Yeah, man.
Them because companies like Bristol and Pfizer, them now buy flimsy computers, them buy top-notch stuff.
Yeah.
And management, I'm approach up management and them say, well, if you want to take on this challenge, because you have to clean, erase all of the memory on it.
Yeah.
The data. I'm going to say, all right, me take care of that. My wife knows upon a weekend, I bring home about 20 computers. Lock the car up and clean them up. And then we talk. Me have principal who cry when we pull up to the school for donate computers to them. I'm pretty sure some call and the Calabar.
Yeah, man.
They will cry when they get them stuff there.
Yeah, man. And you just one of millions, Danny and Tumpa, will have them access there. But things the man want to throw away and give away.
Right.
And just you have to make the connection and say, we know where to go to. We know we want to give it to people in need.
Yeah.
Right.
And we know where the man want to throw it to. And say, we will provide a dump truck, We're going to take it from you and give it to the people in need. You see what I said to you? So I love them talk here. I love them talk here.
I a little bit different with me, upon the work for the government, right? Because that's a different ball game.
Yeah.
That's a different ball game. Them have a process. Bristol would just say, we don't care.
Yeah. The government thing is a different thing. That's a different kick class.
Different thing.
But there's only for money in the private sector, and we have to go to the government. That's a different level. It can work. It just take a little more work and different sort of, not even connection, just different paperwork of a deal at that time there. So yeah.
We all grew up with a statement that we make a muckle.
Yeah. So we all look upon it, man. That's how I look upon it.
And go ahead, T.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have to make sure that we develop somehow that trusting.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's gonna be key because you know how we are already. We're always leery when we talk about giving things
Yeah,
away.
man, yeah, that's the key. The trusting are the key, Tumpa.
We need to develop that trust.
The trusting are the key.
I mean, it start out with a little simple thing first, you know.
Yeah, no,
And
nothing big, right? There's something that's simple and I say,
yeah, I tell Danny one time I go up. As I said, when we go down for champs, me usually go up a Calabar with the man them on the Sunday when them play ball, right? I'm a pass them. I tell Danny, I said, Danny, how come we don't have them nice fancy bus and we don't have all these things? I'm looking at the classroom, them, the table, the desk, them mash up and the things them not right. Classroom them not look right. You know,
Yep.
where is the focus?
yeah,
Understand? It's the focus because of the track and field. So, you know, so Danny and Fiend group is 78 graduating class and different people. Focusing on that part. You
yeah, yeah, yeah.
understand? That's a part of the thing we have to do. We have to go there and look and see
I see what
it is.
needed, Tumpa. It's not, and it's not about the glamour
No,
thing.
no,
It's a man that go after the glamour thing, the sports thing and this and that.
Yeah,
No.
man, we can start with the students them first and get some
I
decent.
know me look on it, Tumpa. You me look on it, I know. It's when a man run for champs, or a man run first at champs, and a man become Usain Bolt. There's about 10 other man we never get the limelight, you know, and at them make Usain Bolt
Yep.
the number one, you know. And at them people who want to
Yep.
focus on, you know. The third place man, them third, fourth, to the 10th, the man who want compete.
Yeah.
Like you, Tumpa. But you we're
Yeah.
part
Yep.
of the team. If you not there, the team now get better. The man that they train at Bolt, and you know, is the forgotten man more have to focus on. And that me I talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
That are the target market for me, the forgotten man and them schools there and them community there. Him not come first in a champs, him not come first in a GC, him not get this level, no man. But him a compete. Him a
Yeah.
compete.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Me not say a man to come sit down and go on like me say the man the youth them a compete and them never win nothing. It them youth them want to go after Tumpa. Because me like you know, me not have the talent for the certain things, you know. But guess what? Me a compete Tumpa. And because me compete, me get better and better. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
So me know where I say
If
man.
me carry down gears for Jamaica because me have a Virgin my coach and Danny know him too, but Trinidad and Virgin. But what I tell you guys about the WhatsApp group that we talk on weekends and stuff. And you know, so in coach a high school team. So me call him and said, Joe, me need some ball, me need some jersey, me need some me carry down things go to Jamaica go get a chimpy who used to live D Park, but he was a pastor down there now. And him was my goalkeeper the first year I play goals. And I was one of the backup goalkeeper to O'Neill Baker. I'm gonna give him some jersey, some gears. These things we can get these things.
Yeah
and
man,
so
yeah
on.
man, yeah man.
And start up something.
Yeah, man.
Whatever it is.
You're right,
If
you're
it's
right.
just something
You're right.
together,
It not cost some money to get the things, them, man. It not going to cost some money, Tumpa.
no.
It not
So-
it not go out of pocket enough man to get them things are going. But the infrastructure and the trust are right there. Infrastructure.
Yeah.
And the school up, Mr. The school are playing a Manning Cup. Okay. Is there anything them need, the youth them need?
Exactly, apart from the money cup. Exactly, Tumpa.
Right.
Exactly,
What
exactly.
can we help them with? What can we help them with?
Anyway, Tumpa,
Right.
believe it or not, you know, over 3 hours and 50 minutes for
Yeah,
there.
man.
Now.
Let me-
Trust me.
yeah.
Because Phil,
Yeah.
give me a closing
Yeah,
remark
man.
because we definitely have a part 2 and let me close it up because
Listen.
I'm saying, have another conversation will come up. But go ahead.
Yeah, man. Listen, I just want to thank the item for sharing them memories because may I tell you, every week it gives you more and more reason for carry on with this because it's like what Jelly did say, you never know certain things. You learn things about the area where you never know. And you see the
Absolutely.
passion and the love where each and every one have feed. So that is even more reason why we ultimately want to can happen. We
Yeah,
just
man,
have to be
definitely.
steadfast and serious and passionate about it.
Definitely. And,
Yeah.
and as a,
Yeah, man. So
And as a-
once again, I want to thank the item for coming forward.
And,
Yeah, man.
and it's a two-way street because I never know say Tumpa and Danny never know say Pembroke win minor league. But guess
Exactly. Well, everybody on the platform can learn
when
every
more that
week.
you know, I'm gonna send you a picture of Tumpa with Altimon, that Mackenzie. I'll send you a Danny picture.
Yeah, man.
When it's,
I'm gonna tell you another quick story. Me say when we the start of Saturday morning football and Danny come down and play night too. But a bunch of ballers, ex-ballers and thing, and we play. And Alti McCoy did that on my side, right? And one day Alti McCoy licked down Ali Cole. And Alti stand up over and say, hey boy, lick down your father, you know, lick you down too.
And them time the out here push almost 70 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, gentlemen. Anyway,
Yeah,
Rudolph,
this-
Tumpa, Kameka. Hold
Yeah.
on, let me get Danny right now because I said Danny Green. Look for your name, Danny. Danny Green Taylor. I'm a co-host, Philip.
CM1.
Philip,
Yeah.
anyway. This is Jelly, our Glass Prince, Lance Prince, I sign up from Pembroke. And God bless you all, and God bless Pembroke. And the words of the great Bobby Fire. What Bobby Fire always say? On the ball, Pembroke. That's how I leave it. That's how I close out the program now. And Tumpa and Danny, I forgot to do a part 2.
Yeah.
And Tumpa, send me the link there for the football thing, Howard.
Yes.
That we
Yeah,
can
man.
share that. Yeah, man. And
Yeah,
thanks.
Jelly, I Google it, you know.
And send it to me, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tumpa, Danny. Thanks here, sir.
Yeah, man. Gentlemen, take care.
Anytime, brethren.
Yeah, man.
anytime.
Part 2 definitely at the making. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Anytime.
Cool. Yeah.
We talk soon.
Bless. Yeah, man. Cool.
Definitely.
Thanks for listening to Pembroke Memories podcast. And remember to give us all the support you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. A special thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince, who takes care of everything involved in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, I would not be able to do what I love doing every week, having memorable conversation about Pembroke. Thanks.